Yeah, we got 2 minutes.
No, we're going live. I already hit it.
We're live. We're live again. I can't believe it, Artie. Back for another Thursday, thawed out from our cryogenic chamber underneath an unnamed Israeli mountain
Thursday?
to bring you,
You don't even know what day it is.
Episode. Sorry?
You said Thursday. You don't even know what day it is.
Oh, Friday. I knew that. I'm not tarded, right?
Does everyone know you're? Does everyone know you're in the States right now? Did we even say that?
I don't know. Right, OPSEC, mate. Right, like, OPSEC. Welcome back to another episode of Artie and Fist. Whatever we do, the right wing's gonna be like schismed or something like that, right? Look, I'm still working on the. Yeah, it's.
We're
great.
all a work in progress.
All a work in progress every single day. How you doing, Artie? You all right, mate?
I'm doing good. Fellas, I went from 7,000 subscribers to 8,000 subscribers in less than 3 weeks. If you're trying to give me a heart attack, it's almost working. It's insane, dude. Also, we have Duckhole. Welcome to the Hard R, fellas. Thank you very much. You'll see pretty much the best bang for your buck. I try and be like a used car salesman of like, hits the top of channel and be like, you can get a lot of miles out for $5 in this thing, okay? You can get a lot of MPG for that. You get a lot of content for even $1, let alone $5.
The question is, Artie, is fame going to change you, mate? Right? Like, will we see you like, drowning in shekels, cruising around the city in like, an off-market Lambo, wearing like a really Gucci like fur jacket, being like, oh yes, the little people,
I don't desire those things. I haven't changed a bit. I'm always going to feel like just because of how much of a wreck I was leading up to this, and now I have to act like I'm not a wreck, where I'm just always no matter what, I feel like I have 400 subscribers. Like, I see the number, but it'll never hit me. I feel like it's insane. It happens way too quickly.
In your mind, you still have 400 subscribers.
I feel like it. It feels like
it.
It feels like.
Well, thank you.
But also, people, the link for the Rumble is in the description. Start just joining the backup channel on Rumble. I'm updating it. It's almost completely up to date. I feel like this is growing so fast that it'll just get taken away from me. So please join the backup channel. I mean, the pendulum is swinging to the right now, so it's gonna swiftly swing to the left at some point. This isn't forever, I feel like. So please,
yeah, always good to have a backup, mate.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, and thank you to all the new subscribers. We strive to bring you the best in retarded moo-related content. I guess that's what we are now, bro. Right? We are the retarded moo watchers.
Well, I mean, we have a pretty good track record of covering things before they happen. Okay, you could watch these chronologically, and it's almost narrative driven with how things are unfolding. Okay, we got some good sniffers.
Yeah, we are. yes, we do. We are far. We look towards the horizon. Content flows through us like water through the buffalo. Right, like I'm, channeling my, ancient, Indian American.
Well, honestly, what it really comes down to is that I'll make videos on stuff that's like popular in the algorithm, but I guess for the streams, like I want to talk about the underlying themes of what we're about to see over and over and over and over again. Instead of just trying to chase headlines and stuff like that, let's really just take this time to talk about what's happening, what's been happening, and what's going to happen. And there's a sort of peace that you have once you have more of an understanding of what's going on, while laughing, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I think all of this is essentially gearing up towards 2028. They're moving the pieces. The puzzle is being arranged, and if you're like us, like autistic politics watchers, you can see how the frame is being built, right? Like how it's going to go. Who wants wars? Who wants them where? Who's like, pivoting? Oh my God, we got first super chat of the night, Marty. Dongus Cock.
Dongy Cocky.
69. Dongus Cock 69. Your mum for $2 Federal Reserve dollars. The best kind of dollars, You know, the best kind of dollars are the ones issued by the Federal Reserve. All the other ones are illegal. Like Fent through the George. Like Fent through the George. So are the days of our lives. And Waffle.
So if you guys enjoyed having your names read in the beginning, this guy over here completely ruined that for you, because now there's so many gifted memberships. There's so many. I'm up to probably like 130 now, and I can't read 130 names. So unbelievable.
Yeah, it really should have stopped at 109, clearly, right? But it just powered through.
Unbelievable.
Thank you, Waffle.
Waffle,
thank you so much.
He believes in the content, okay? I'm telling you, fellas, there's a ton of content behind there. Unbelievable. Started off proper, mate. A proper strong one, mate. Now, if you
proper strong one.
Do you guys need Fist to translate that for you? I know I said it in a different language just then.
It's a proper strong one. That's from the Aboriginal COVID vaccine announcement, which I was actually not aware made its way all the way around the world to the point where Artie and his friends were like quoting it to each other because it's just so mental. Like,
it's too over the top.
Yeah. Right. Shall we get into it?
Let's
mate?
get into it. We got a nice slop sandwich today. We got some funnies in the beginning, some deep dive in the middle, and some funnies at the end, like always, baby. Yep.
Now, who did this? So this was posted by Henry Fjord, but this isn't. This is from some TikToker. This is
Jacob Cantrell, member for 1 month. Look at how low melanin I am, fellas. Oh yeah, he was like, he said his melanin better transfer to Rumble. Oh, the longer you're subscribed to the channel, the lighter your skin gets. Just so you guys know.
Jacob's he's looking mighty white there. He's the tidy whiteys are very, very shiny. Thank you very, very much, Jacob. Right, let's it's just so stupid.
Everybody hates the Jews.
No, don't say that about the Jews. That's anti-citrus.
You need to leave town now.
Why does everyone hate the Jews? I thought we were friends.
First of all, you refer to yourself in the third person. It's annoying, and we're not friends.
But I thought the Jews was your greatest ally.
No, you're not. You blackmailed bun-buns with child pornography.
You know, that was just really messed up, bro. I have a family.
No, that's anti-citrus. The Jews would never do that.
Just leave town and never show your box here again.
All right, listen, punks. You're gonna give me $6 billion, or the feds are gonna find child pornography on your hard drives.
Oh, shit.
Dude, without X, how could we possibly? The amount of clip generation going on is absolutely uncalled for. I can't. It really is such a valuable tool. How else could you find so many of these clips so quickly before that? It's insane.
Mate, yeah, it's amazing. Like AI, originally I thought AI would just be like, slop forever. But like it's amazing, right? We've got another one here from Sniper Anon.
Oh my god, dude! I
can't pronounce his name. Mate, this guy,
he needs to get some sort of donation link is what he needs to get. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. There's
a future in this forum.
He can just get kudos. Follow him on Twitter. He's a good lad. And he produces shit like this, which is fucking amazing.
The criticism of the content was basically that maybe, specifically in this political climate, white people shouldn't joke about genetic superiority. I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that specifically.
Ear rape. Wow. Wait, pause it. Wait. With you didn't show the Sydney Sweeney one first. The original.
Oh
one.
yeah, right. No, god damn it. Fucking out of order. Sorry about that.
You might want to mute that for music at the end.
Yeah. Dude. Sorry about the ear rape, guys. I apologize.
So this is the original. This is the OG.
Yeah.
The criticism of the content, which was basically that maybe specifically in this political climate, like white people shouldn't joke about genetic superiority.
I just love the fucking face she's making, mate.
Dude. Who's
Like that was
talking?
kind
It's
of
Sydney
like the
Sweeney.
criticism, broadly speaking. And since you are talking about this, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that specifically.
I think that when I have an issue that I want to speak about, people will hear.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Did everybody know that was an option? Did everybody know you didn't have to just capitulate? Also, my boner can only handle so much. I'm used to having to like Scarlett Johansson, Anne Hathaway, you know, Taylor Swift, and like I have to kind of ignore what they think and what they say and whatnot. But my balls are swollen for this bitch right now. Sweet mother of God, she better be careful.
I just like how it's stopping working. Like it's just not working anymore, right? Like they're like, you know, would you like to join with me in condemning your people and saying the magic words and apologizing for existing? And everyone's just like, nah, I'm good, thanks. I don't think I will. We've done that, and all that happened was that everything got like markedly worse.
This is the current vibe. Also,
this is the current vibe.
There has to be a Scooby-Doo, because this bitch looks like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. There has to be some sort of Scooby-Doo AI video of this somewhere. That is literally Shaggy.
The smugly face. Like, I just, like, oh my God, just stop with the smugly. Like, just, you know, wouldn't you like to be on the right side of history? Don't you want to be like, you know, one of the good people? No, I'm over it, right? Like, your demands are impossible.
How long would it take you to find a shirt that exact color? It is Scooby-Doo. It is Shaggy Green. It's the exact color of the shirt, dude. It's insane. Her hair? Oh, my God. And she looks cartoonishly high, too, with the faces she's making. That's what I hate, is the, you know, well, let me just ask you a question. It's okay. Oh, my God. I hate that entire prefacing.
So the whole thing, apparently, right, went on for like about 3 minutes, right? This reporter just trying to bait her into saying, yeah. So this was the end of this, you know, right? Like that, you know, because they've been doing this for years, right? They're like, oh, we'd like to talk to you, you know, about like, you know, they think it's going to be like a puff piece or something, and then in the middle they like swerve into this like, you know, do you denounce like this kind of shit? It's like a classic tactic. They've been doing it for fucking ages, and quite frankly, it took longer than I would have thought for people to wise up and just be like, nah. Also, Creamer Slinger for $4.99 US Federal Reserve notes. Thank you very much, mate. Have you seen the AI video of the Moo who steals the coin in the middle of an NBA coin toss?
Maybe.
I have not.
I only want to say maybe because when my brain thinks of it, my brain's like, oh, that had to have already happened. My brain might be creating a memory. I have no idea. Sounds like I have.
Now, for some reason, my tabs are a bit out of order. I don't know like why. But as per usual, right? Like as everyone's coming in, right, for the first like soft hour, we're gonna do a bit of James Lindsay news, right? Because he is the lol cow that keeps on giving. Although he hasn't done anything really spectacularly, like, you know, stupid. Like, look, James, could you just I don't know,
it's easy.
Give it again, right? Like we need content.
Yeah,
bro,
I know,
right? Like
it's easy being you. I've watched 6 hours of James Lindsay, and I came up with maybe 10 minutes for us to watch. Okay,
oh, dude, that's
it is so boring. It is. He talked to a Moo, which we'll get into in just a moment, for over 3 hours, and not a lot of people watched it. Even though this guy has been on InfoWars, dude, no one's watching this stuff. No one's buying what you're selling, dude. Okay,
he's letting the side down. I mean, we're promoting him as hard as we can, right? Like, and
that's what I really want to do. So, fellas,
even so, no engagement. Like,
fellas, in the future, I would love to be able to do if I like stream sniped it and they have like 15 people watching it when I have like 60 or 100. It would be that's what I want to get into doing, is doing a nice stream snipe, pause it enough so it's transformative, riffing.
You want to become a Twitch thought, basically. Isn't that a Twitch thing, stream sniping? Oh my God.
I don't know. What?
$20 US.
Jesus fucking Christ, mate. You get me. What's his name? Fucking Francis? Jesus Christ. Okay, now.
Thank you very much, King Solo Wings. You you racist, antiseptic people, you keep showing up on my feed and I watch the whole show. It's a couple of shekels. Oh, I know.
Fuck
I know.
yeah, dude.
It's terrible. I know, right? Like it's showing up on your feed. You really have no choice. Because basically we have sort of secret mind control technology that gives us the edge. I talked to Avi and he said that we could sort of like borrow some of the, the black box they have in the wall, right? So like when everyone goes and like kisses it and they come away and they're, right? So he basically lent us some of that black box's power. And all I had to do was promise to give them my firstborn child. Pretty sweet deal, if you ask me, man.
Well, also, it's it gets really lonely just Jay Spurging in this room all alone. So it's nice that somebody else is watching it finally,
$5, no, €5 from Sex Freakman. Oh,
there he is. There he is.
White people shouldn't joke about that. It's an ad. Who do you think is the manager at the agency? Okay, so I just a slight diversion, right?
You would never do that.
I would never. The owner of American Eagle Jeans, right, is very, very mooish, right? Like so mooish, in fact, that he actually published his own version of the Talmud, like the whole thing. He is proper mooish. So I don't know. Like, I mean, if they wrote the ad and they did the ad, right? Why are you blaming Sydney Sweeney for appearing in the ad, right? Like she didn't write it. Like she just like showed up,
all manufactured,
right, got her tits out and was like,
it's all manufactured because then they have to set this up and see what people say about it. It's they maintain the attention. They're little attention whores.
Jacob Cantrell for $2 US Federal Reserve dollars.
Thank you, mate.
Thanks, mate. Been really enjoying the meteoric rise, fellas. Oh, thank you very much.
He's been along for the ride. He's been, hey, fellas, if you can't contribute anything, just encourage me, okay? Also, please stop praying for me. I'm getting too strong, okay? Stop the prayers, okay?
No,
I'm getting too strong. I'm getting too strong. I don't know what to do. This wasn't supposed to happen so quickly, okay? I'm scrambling.
Don't stop the prayers. We'll get him into a church sooner or later, boys. Just it is inevitable.
I don't know if you want to do that. Okay, possibly the worst time to try to get me into a church is when I'm doing all of this as an atheist. And here's the thing. Here's the important part. Okay, I get to sin against the sinners. Okay, you guys have your hands tied. Okay, you guys have like rules of like how you can like conduct yourselves. You actually might feel like guilty for doing stuff. Okay, we have to be firing on all cylinders. Every Christian movement needs a handful of psychotic kamikaze atheists, and that's what I hope to be for you guys. Okay, I have no problem being. I have no problem being. I have no problem being a second-class citizen in a Christian theocracy. Okay, no problem with it.
Mate. We're gonna pray for you. There's nothing you can do about it, bro.
There really isn't. There really isn't.
We're gonna wish the best for you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I know. Is there anything more atheist than that makes me feel uncomfortable? That strangers actually care about me. Is there anything more atheist than liberal?
Yeah, well, that's actually one of the principal weapons that Christians have is just making people feeling uncomfortable by being nice to them.
If you want to,
it's a powerful weapon.
And I'm an Italian from the Northeast, so if you wanted to make me feel comfortable, make fun of me as hard as humanly possible. If you wanted to make me feel uncomfortable, compliment me and say really nice things to me. I don't know what to do. I freeze up. It's just it's not in our DNA.
Right. So shall we get on to Lindsay?
No, I'm not done talking about my insecure. All right, fine.
Oh, fine. God. So Lindsay watch this week. It's a bit thin on the ground. I'm afraid, bros. Jim, if you're listening, we really need you to like do something sort of like weird and controversial, right? Like if you don't do it for yourself, do it for the woke right pros, right? Like you invented it, you nurtured it, right? Like you are its daddy, right? Like if you don't do something like really stupid and controversial, we might just like dissolve, right? Like our cohesion as a unit depends upon people such as you constantly calling us out. So, I'm just saying.
Can we show when he called Grok woke right? And then Because Grok was like, yeah, that's not really a thing. And they completely disagree with him. All of a sudden, that's woke right. It's too over the top.
Big time for 5 Federal
Big time
Reserve
in me,
dollars.
as always, mate. Thank you, mate.
For Artie to come to the loving open arms of our
Oh,
Father,
my God.
the Almighty First, original antiseptic. May you find your way home. Oh, that's beautiful.
One of my favorite. I like it when I'm pretty sure just he says that. Maybe Vince Black too. But the original antiseptic really does sway me. He really is the OG antiseptic. I do like that.
Groiper Chad for $2. Thanks for defending my dear leader, Nick. Well, and look, I have come around on my opinion of Nick. I got to say, mate, like he's just going so hard. He's a white ass N-word going hard as fuck. I really like that.
So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of punch and right. My next video is AJW, and I'm gonna have to call him out for him getting offended over a girl having blackface. But also, I'm gonna have to possibly, with Nick Fuentes, make a case for a way where he might be controlled opposition. That's gonna be the video after. Hopefully that comes out on Monday. I think I'm at a point where I can make sound criticisms that don't destroy a person's momentum and just offer as
No. Look. Diversity of opinion is like an important part of the right. Okay, right. You don't want to be like the freaking lefties and just like collapse into like some fucking opinion singularity. You know what I mean, right? Like no, totally. Oh man,
right.
we got.
And I think
holy crap, dude!
I just really think that like I think I can do it in a way where it's not going to be super divisive, because I feel like some people, when they're like delivering criticism, they're trying to like clout chase and stuff like that. So I want things to be civil and have you think a little bit, you know?
Mate, you're not going to believe this.
What?
Creamer Slinger for 99 Federal Reserve dollars. I can't believe it, mate. Thank you so much.
My dear Lord. What are you trying to do to me?
Bring on that James Slop. I can take it. All right, we will.
Can your pink little perky pucker really handle it? I don't think it can.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm going to open you up. Creamy Slinger. I'm going to get in those guts, buddy. Don't you dare me. I'm going to crawl in those guts. We're falling behind. Okay, go through them. Jesus.
And Molokai for SEK 20. I don't know what is that.
That's
that
an
like
easy 7,000. Easy 7,000 US.
20 SEK. Fellas, my country is gone, so I pray for yours. Oh, thanks very much.
What is your country?
And Dongus Cork 69. Your mum, not my mum. Your mum, Artie. For $2, it's called a purity spiral. Yeah, you don't want that, right? Okay, so right, like finally, let's get on Lindsay Watch. Lindsay Watch. Right?
We need a ticker.
So Oren McIntyre, right, came out in a stunning reversal of his position. I want to make a formal apology to James Lindsay. The woke right is real and is now attempting to cancel everyone who doesn't agree with a very particular form of racial identity politics.
Dude, he has he has nuked himself from orbit. I've never seen. He's a Hall of Fame lolcow. We're never going to get another one of him ever again. You know that, right?
Jacob Cantrell for $5. I need a Fistery stream.
Yeah.
Fistery pulse-size shot this Monday. My usual slot will be Fistery, right? It's happening, bros. It is happening due to popular demand. 8 p.m. London time. So 1 p.m. 2 p.m. EST, I think. Look, it'll be on the follow me on Twitter at malinformed TV. It'll be up there in the thing.
Let me know so I can drive some homies there, dude. I didn't know that. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Because I can't do news anymore, right? Because all the news from the UK is just like it just makes me want to like.
Well, the history explains the news. That's really what it is. All the history, it just explains what's happening now.
So Molokai for another 20 Swedish kroners is what that is, right? From Sweden. Okay, thank you very much, mate.
Yeah, Sweden. Hey, my heart goes out to you, bud. Wow.
Sweden. Yeah, that's now the thing is, look at this. Even Grok cannot handle satire, right? Grok did the whole like Oren McIntyre apologizes to James Lindsay, concedes that the work right exists. I mean, Mate, yes, someone needs to work on Grok's sarcasm module, I think. Right. So we now have you wanted to look at this.
Okay. So actually, well,
Okay.
can you first? You have the quick clip of James Lindsay talking to Billboard Chris in Israel. So James Lindsay came back
Yes.
from Israel, and this is what it was like when he was in Israel. You know, completely objective. It's like objective journalism when he was there. Listen.
How's it going?
It's going great. We're in Israel. It's like one of the most fantastic places in the world, actually. Contrary to what you'd hear on social media, this place is fantastic. The people are fantastic. It's a very based country. Strong backbone to the people in the culture. This place is super based.
Okay. Okay. So that's what it was like when James Lindsay was in Israel. Now, James Lindsay came back from Israel, and he talked to one of the most. Can you go to Adam King's? Just give me any picture of his face for. Okay, there we go. A profile of him. Awesome. The guy in the yellow. Right. It's the guy in the yellow. Okay. Now I want a wanted poster where it has a reward, and usually on the wanted poster it just says like what they did, what they're wanted for. What it would say on the bottom is just fucking look at him. He is one of the dirtiest moos. You know what? If we had a moo off, I would love to see him and Rabbi Shmuley go toe to toe.
Oh, come on, man! Worse.
Yeah, he's up there. So if you want, you can mute this and just scroll through. So Dan Bilzerian and Jake Shields had him on. This is only 4 months ago, and straight up, there's a lie counter because of how often he lies, how much of a conniving moo he is, and they're fact checking him live. They're fact checking him everything he's saying.
I thought this debate was a bit dumb, honestly. I don't look, people like Bilzerian and Shields like trying to debate on mooish law. You're gonna lose, right? Because one of the sort of fundamental things like about that is that you can never nail down what it is that they said, right? So Adam King does this all the time, right? You're like, oh, well, we don't really know if he actually said that. And, actually he like retracted a lot of stuff like before he died. And actually the Vatican took like a lot of stuff. So we don't really know, we don't really know what it was that he was thinking. It's just that, right? You can never nail them down on any particular point. I think you would be much better arguing history, quite frankly, right? Because like that is like much harder to dispute. I mean, I'm sure they'd probably do it though.
Well, no, but they have a way out of any law that they made up that you didn't know about. They can divert to whatever sect and anything like that. But historically, 109 times, pretty hard math on that one. But keep scrolling, yeah. So they're just counting how many times he's lying. This guy does not care how many times he lies. He'll lie to your face. I don't even know if we're going to cover it in his discussion with James Lindsay, but he said that Thomas Jefferson spoke Hebrew.
What?
Dude, the things that he says, and James Lindsay the whole time is just co-signing on it. It's incredible.
Wait, hang on. So where's this? Okay. Wait, hang on a sec. We've got another super chat from King Solo Wings. Another $10. Thank you very much.
Thank you, mate. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Agree or disagree, America needs to save Europe from Muslim child grape cult, and Ireland as well needs saving. Yeah, I mean, I think they would actually be greeted as liberators in that. I mean, in that particular circumstance.
I called out when Piers Morgan was talking about Tommy Robinson, and I brought up Sammy Woodhouse. I put her in the profile picture where she got raped as a 14-year-old, and then they were trying to say that, well, he's still the father, so he has right to see the kid. Dude, the things going on in your country, I cannot even imagine. My heart goes out to you, and every once in a while when it comes up, I do my best to advocate and put a spotlight on what's going on there because it is a fucking crisis. It is a humanitarian crisis.
I appreciate that. Like I said, I can't even cover it anymore, right? I don't know if you caught my the last stream I did on like Monday, right? About the mass stab niggery. Mate, it's just what the actual fuck, right?
I know, but you really can't do anything. You can't talk about it.
Oh my God.
Now I don't want to overstep my bounds, but it seems like Islam is running the country.
Oh, it's not that. It's like the country is just being like rammed like 5 ways. It's like one of those like unfortunate porno videos.
Dude,
where you
it's
just
from-
got,
it's
like
from every
some
angle.
poor girl,
I
like
can't-
who's like crying and like makeup everywhere and just getting like completely like railed. But that's basically the UK. It's fucking terrible. Mate.
Women aren't allowed to carry pepper spray. That is how long has that been like that for?
Well, basically, since they took away all the guns, right? So,
oh my god,
what happened was in about this like 10-year period, there were like a series of very very sussy psyop massacres, right? That happened in there was one in the UK, there was one in Australia, I think there was one in Canada as well. And the government was like, oh well, because of this like highly suspicious event, the one in Australia, the Port Arthur shooting, was highly like basically the dude they pinned it on was this like complete mental retard who supposedly had the marksmanship ability of like a special forces soldier. Like it just like yeah. And so I guess guns are illegal now, right? And of course, as you can imagine, everything's gotten like much better since, right?
Dude, honestly, I bet you if we had the data on a map and in the 19 countries where Holocaust denial is illegal, crime has gone up. It seems like there's a direct correlation with denying. Like, I swear to God, it's made places less safe because then other laws are implemented on top of that.
Americans do say that it's the Second Amendment that protects the First Amendment, and I really think there's something to that. Like, quite frankly, right? Like, because how can I say this without breaching terms of service? An armed population is a polite like population, but not only that, right? You always have the option of doing right? Like you have options.
I hear what you're saying, unless it's knucking figures that are holding the guns. I completely understand.
Yeah. Waffle for another $20.
Oh my God.
This guy is he's white ass nigga going hard as fuck.
He
right?
is
like,
loving it, dude. Oh my God.
Funding hard as fuck. Like, I don't know what the acronym for that. white ass fellas funding hard as fuck. Dude, schnoz drained my wallet from a mile away. Oh, that's very unfortunate.
Unbelievable, bro. Hey, dude, go in the merch store and tell me what merch item you want, and I believe I can generate a link where you just put in your address. So find a way. Find a way of letting me know.
The other Paul for $5. How you doing, the other Paul? Hello, boys. Witnesses at Port Arthur claimed there were 2 shooters. They were, of course, ridiculed by the media. Yeah, well, of course, because, goddamn freaking psyop, right? Mate, God, the fellas are on fire today, man. Look,
okay, let's give them a show.
Funding hard as fuck. Thank you so much. Right, so we just want to point out this incredibly watched stream, right? It's a tour de force.
Dude, he just talked to Dan Bilzerian 4 months ago, who has like 2 million followers. Jake Shields like 100,000 subs. He was on InfoWars. How does he have 481 subs on YouTube?
I don't know, mate. But look, right? 13 live viewers, right? That's not to be messed with, mate, right? Like that's a serious number there, right?
Oh, yeah. So he also actually. Do we even play the clip of him saying that he chooses Islam over Catholicism?
Oh yeah, I've got that ready to go, right? But look, an hour in, 7 live viewers, mate. Fucking,
I don't even know how
we could only aspire to such greatness, man. Right,
dude? They don't put meat in the seats. They don't. It's not. It's fake engagement. It's not real raw engagement. And anyone can see it and they just ignore it. And look at that fucking look on his face, dude. I just want to slap it off his fucking mouth. Oh my God, look at him. He loves it. He loves queering stuff. He loves that it's the opposite of reality constantly.
Oh, did you know, according to Lindsay, the woke right is queer now, right? So
sure.
I read this whole thing from like Lindsay. He's doing his like whole thing of like everything that's on the left is also on the right because he's a fucking like math tard, right? And apparently the woke right is queering conservatism. Because God, I could pull the tweet up probably, but like dude.
No, let's start scooting.
Wait! Big time for another $5.
Big time, baby.
You should go You should go look up Let Go Larry in Philly. Just elected for the 3rd term. He literally blocked white people from walking into a church a few weeks ago.
What? Dude, I didn't see that.
Bro.
Okay.
That's not good. Okay, right. Okay, so where's the where's the clip?
Just put something on screen and we'll riff with it. We'll go.
Yeah, you know, this is
Okay. So
yeah.
So what's funny about this is the moment that made me JQ. I saw this maybe at the beginning of the year, and Nick Fuentes and Vince, I forget his last name, Red Elephants, Vince, were debating Gavin McInnes and Adam King, because Gavin McInnes is a Zionist. And this is how Gavin McInnes found out that Adam King would rather have Islam over Catholicism.
Yeah, many such cases, right? Like, people don't know history. You know, like they really should. You know, but on the other hand, that's a great idea for a podcast. Yeah, listen to that. Oh, and also double mumble for $5. God, super chat's coming in.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it.
Did you notice Elal Yacobi Groiper was posting like 200 times a day? Most had M dashes too, so obviously Chat GPT was used to do that. Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you?
Did you catch that? He's posting 200 times a day, and they're calling other people bots. It's exactly what you think it is. They try and get out in front of it and accuse you of doing what they're doing, but yeah, that's not real. That is not real. The amount that he's pumping out.
So this clip is, you know, this is funny, right? Because Gavin McInnes is all like, you know, I'm down with the Jays. I'm like, of course they
Judeo-Christian. He believes that Judeo-Christian is a real thing.
Yeah. He thinks like, you know, Judaism is just Christianity with like funny hats. It isn't, Gavin. Just saying, bro. Enjoy.
And it was Islam or Catholicism. Which one would you get rid of?
Great question.
Duh.
What?
What'd you say?
Catholicism.
What?
Yeah.
Of course. What do you think? Who do you think you're talking? You're on the debate. And it was Islam.
It would take a lot of punishing of his utters, but we can get some good milk out of him. He's very boring, but he comes out and says all the stuff that they usually hide saying. He is a valuable cow. He's fucking boring. Dude, just start this from the beginning, okay? 3 hours of this. It is fucking rough, dude.
You're gonna subject us to the. Oh,
I love doing that. I love punishing you. This is just to punish you. This is what you get for praying for me. Okay, this is the punishment that you get for doing that.
Don't care. Not gonna stop. Fuck you.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And we're easing into another episode. We are live, folks.
Oh,
and we are here.
Little American flag
before
on there.
the live starts,
Awesome,
it's
Jew.
like this Balagan.
Dude, what the fuck? Dude? What is this?
Can
Frenzy
you
to
believe?
get everything done, everything organized? There's a lot that goes into putting on a live show, and there's several people who work on the
so
show.
that goes on for a long time. So now try going to 16 minutes.
Oh, dude, you're killing me, bro. You're killing me.
Dude, hold on. So pause it for a second. I listened to 6 hours of James Lindsay talking to people, okay? All I do is screen cap the timestamp on my phone because there's just not enough hours in the day to actually try to put something together with the amount I listen to. 16?
16 minutes? Yep. Okay. Like, strap on your retard helmets, boys.
Wait, didn't that say 1754? It says 1754, doesn't it? 16 minutes.
Oh, fucking.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what it is? My brain did the thing where it converted it to time. Instead, I was like, oh, what is, have I become brain damaged or something?
It's jet lag. It's daylight savings time. It's 7 hours behind. It's not really your fault.
Oh, God. Right. Thanks for catching that, mate. Okay, right. Here we go. 16 minutes.
The underlying message. So we spent, unfortunately, a little bit too much time. We didn't spend a whole lot of time wandering around and looking at trees, but we spent a little bit of time, which the reason I say it's unfortunate is because it was sunset and the place closes and like they will like legit lock you in.
They didn't give you the VIP pass, man. They didn't let you stay open. Yad Vashem, what's up, man? This is James Lindsay.
Yeah, right. Don't they know who I am? And so, no, the people in Tel Aviv know who I am. The people in Jerusalem, only a little bit less. I got recognized on the street a few times in Jerusalem by random people.
Pause it.
Like when we went to the wall, we went to the Western Wall
Pause
and we're leaving.
What are the odds that is a psyop? They're like, okay, James Lindsay is going to be. I mean, everything's a guided tour. Is he ever alone? Yeah. He's only alone when he's in the hotel room.
Yeah.
So everything's guided, and there's no way that's organic. It's to make him feel special. Look at everyone knows you here in Israel.
It's like you're the queen floating down the river past the Potemkin village, right? And all the villagers like come out of their houses and are like, "We love the queen. We love the queen."
Yeah, and it's
Potemkin's
really
like they're being like, "See, your Majesty, you are beloved by the people."
And it's super difficult to pick up on the fact that you could easily placate his ego and he'll do whatever you want. He really hides his cards well. Fuck. Look at James Lindsay's smug, I got noticed in Israel face. And look at that fucking roller coaster nose, just loving it. It's like, yeah, you thought all that was real, didn't you? I just want to ski down that thing, dude. Look at that fucking sausage face. Oh my God, this guy.
And it's Israel, so there's somebody's doing something that's like a party, and there's like a wedding or some huge like food. So there's a band outside playing music. I think it was the wedding. People were really dressed up, and it was like pretty orthodox because you had like the black suits and the hats. Mm-hmm. And so we walk through this, and like people just start recognizing me in this amazing like, crowd.
That makes me proud.
What?
That makes.
People just start recognizing me. Like, dude, it was crazy. Like, I went to bed, I woke up, and there was a bite out of the cookie, and some of the milk was drank. Santa Claus came.
I hate that people are so easy to manipulate. Like, I mean, I just look how happy he is. I don't want to burst his bubble. Like he's so happy, right? Like he
looks like a child.
Sat on for like months, right? He's like banging his head against the wall, and he's like, "Oh, I should go to Israel, right? At least the people there will understand me, right?" Everyone's like, "Oh, James Lindsay, we know who you are."
Everyone's recognizing me.
Oh my God.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah. I'm proud that my people are watching you. I gotta say.
My people. He knows. He's a seventh generation I think American Ashkenazi.
Mate, I mean the look on his face. He's got that look where they're like like Jupiter's delight. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Like, when like I know something that you don't kind of like thing. Oh my God. My people are watching you.
He gets to say my people. When do white people get to say my people? That I'm never
going to say it right now.
Go.
I'm going to say it right now. Shout out to my people. Yeah. Right? Shout out to all the whites in the chat and also to the white adjacent. You know what I mean, right? Like, we're not fancy, right? Like if you aspire to the stuff that like whites are into, if you like eating cheese and
I'm a civic nationalist. I don't have to backpedal like Nick Fuentes when he said, "I don't care what color you are. If you're born here, then you're a citizen." Okay. I don't have to walk anything back. My position is an atheist, liberal, civic nationalist, and I never have to go back on that. There's only up from here. Okay. It's the perfect position to have because I can't make an atheist look bad. I can make Christians look bad if I was one. I can't make liberals look bad. I've carved out the perfect political identity for what I'm doing.
Darth Amalgamation for $5. In your 6 hours of James Lindsay watching, did you watch the interview he did with Nick Fuentes? Actually, we have that. We've got that loaded up. Mate.
What do you think is coming up next, bitch?
Oh yeah.
Did I? Yeah, I did. And thank God somebody actually wants to see that because there was a chance that no one gave a shit. So thank you, one person that actually wants to fucking see that conversation. It was a lot. It was a lot to go through. It sucks so badly. Okay.
And wait, Big Time's like we're your people. Thanks, Big Time. It's nice to have a people, right? Like nice to have some fellas. Are we keeping watching this? What?
Yeah. So now. Hey, we got 3 hours to get through. So 22:30. I'm just kidding. So
22:30. Okay.
We're just 22.
Okay.
Get us in the mood
right,
first,
just make sure my brain doesn't like spurg out.
Fuck?
Wait. We missed
how do you fucking do time zones with timestamps, though? I understand doing that with time.
We missed a super chat from Ardent Party. Fuck,
Oh,
that's a terrible mistake. I'm very, very sorry there.
And he's a mod.
The Canadian Alex Jones right here for 2 Canadian loonies. Have a toonie. First snow here. Follow me on X. Yes, indeed. Follow Ardent Party on
Hell
X
yeah,
at
dude.
Ardent Party. He's a good lad.
Got
He's a
some
good lad.
bangers, mate. Got some absolute bangers.
$2 from Dongus Cock 69. Your mum. Cheese gang. That's right. That's right. White ass cheeses. Cheesing hard as fuck. Yeah, something like that, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's get back. I can't believe you're subjecting me to this, man.
I don't know what we're about to see. I was a fever dream when I was doing timestamps.
Oh god, it just blew you out of your brain.
Ozzy family. So we're not like connected by blood through the Holocaust, but when you grow up in the Jewish community, you are. Everybody. I mean, I must have known at least 1,000 Holocaust survivors personally in my life. So like the legacy of the Holocaust is like.
So also what the moos get to have is, even though it didn't happen to anyone in my family, it's still us, and I'm still going to say it's us, and I'm still going to attack. I still get to piggyback in that oppression. Where do we think the American blacks learned this from, is all I'm saying. Where do we think they learned it from? These are the OGs right here, dude.
Yeah, generational trauma. Well,
generational trauma. Did you hear him say?
Now we get to do it with the grooming gangs now, and mass immigration, right? Like we are literally going through a Holocaust of our own, right? So we got.
Whoa! I don't want you pushing the great replacement theory on my stream, okay?
It's not a theory, motherfucker. Oh, that thing you can see with your eyes. That's just. I've never actually figured this out, right? Like, is the theory that it's not happening, or is the theory that it's deliberate, right? And if the theory is that it's deliberate and that's not true, are you seriously contending that mass immigration just happened by accident, right? Like just all by itself for no reason whatsoever. All of these like people from all over the world just came into your country and you had to let them stay. Like,
There's a clip of Actual Justice Warrior debating Lance from the Surfs maybe like 4 years ago, where he calls it the Browning of America to Lance, and Lance is trying to act like he doesn't know what he's talking about, the Millennial Woes quote on steroids. And then he brings it up on stream, and he's like, yeah, look, the New York Times called it the Browning of America. Like, acting like I don't fucking, acting like it doesn't exist.
$20 from Chris Tisking. Can you guys do an episode on Simon of Trent? I think you'll find like YouTube will take a very dim view to that.
I'm pretty good at getting away with stuff, though. So I might. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what that is. Can you give me? I thought it
was exaggerated. Did my own research. Found out 7 different testimonies given that all corroborated what the moose did. Yeah. That's dicey to talk about.
Now imagine Fist. Okay. Imagine you started doing your Fistery streams. Okay. Then imagine, right? You have like a Patreon or something, where one of the tiers is people can submit what they want you to cover. How cool would that be? Wouldn't that be great? Because you get so many fucking requests, dude.
I would have to do stuff like that on Rumble. There's no way you could talk about. I've actually got that that book by Ariel Toaf on my reading list that like goes through like the whole history of how do we put this delicately? The alleged but totally untrue things that allegedly but absolutely did not happen to Gentile children in the Middle Ages, which was completely did not happen and was totally untrue and was a horrible thing that the bad Christians used to justify persecutions and absolutely did not happen.
Congratulations, because I pride myself on being able to discuss spicy things on my channel subversively, but that's pretty rich for my blood. That's a tough one.
Yes. That shit is like the live wire. It is the third rail. Right? You step on that shit, right, and you're just like, ba-boom. Yeah. But it's actually quite a fascinating story. So yeah, I'll look into it. It would make a really fascinating episode. Thanks for the suggestion. Chris Tisking. I'll take that under advisement, mate.
Thank you so much.
Are we continuing to like watch
Just
this?
Do it at show? We're almost at 7 o'clock. All right, we're almost an hour in. So 32:30.
32:30.
Like the positive stuff. We heard about Yad Vashem. We heard about October 7th. like you also posted like so many pictures at sites I never even seen before because I obviously don't go to Christian sites in the land.
You don't say.
But you could.
I could exactly.
The only people who aren't allowed in the Christian sites
Pause
are
it.
people carrying weapons.
Why is it? He's like, yeah, I'm a moo. Obviously, I involuntarily just start puking and shitting and coming all over the site. I would just start secreting body fluids on it. Obviously, he couldn't even hide it.
I think this is perfectly reasonable, right? Like, you know, I don't see why he'd want to go to like a church any more than I'd want to go to a synagogue, right? Like, you know, it's not.
Wow.
You know, like
reasonable, huh? Reasonable.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay, so if I look at his face, look at him. Yeah, exactly. The demon is possessing his body. The demon's possessing his body right now. Okay. So let's go to Nick Freitas.
Okay, and happily
ferociously became a hot mate. Oh, you're gonna like the way I cook. I guarantee it. Now, I don't know where you guys are from. I don't know how widespread these commercials are, but there's the Men's Warehouse where he says you're gonna like the way I look. You look, I guarantee it. So I don't even know if that's a regional joke, but yes.
Okay, so this one has actually gotten views. It's at 10K. 23 hours ago. Okay,
it only took a channel with 1.42 million subscribers for him to get 10K in an hour or in a day. That's all it took. It just took him a channel with that many subscribers, dude. It's poison. It's algorithm poison. So I believe this is going to be 39, and we might have to sit through a small commercial at some point, so I apologize for that.
Right. Okay. So 39. No, it's okay. I've got ad blocker, so it shouldn't come up. Okay, let's go.
Positive sum game played in society out of this situation, which means property rights, etc., rather than a negative sum game, which is, you know, well, you have it, I want it, you weren't there, so I took it, you know, which is going to end up costing everybody all over the place.
So everything we're talking about right now, when we talk about, and again, I like the fact that you kind of zeroed in a little bit more on not just using this kind of broad term of classical liberalism, which might be over to a little bit more interpretation, but zeroed in on kind of like this American tradition within it and what that represents and how that's distinct from what we might call the continental tradition or even aspects of maybe the English tradition. And, you know, incorporating these aspects of the transcendent and the idea of objective truth and objective morality. So, and then it's just a question of, okay, how do we, but there was something else you said. I don't want to misquote you. I want to make sure I get it correctly. You were talking about how there's certain aspects of that classical tradition that you see as being universals.
Now pause it.
That's where, again, some people would push back on that.
Up. You've tried to argue this with his orbiter before. Now it's going to be directly, and you haven't seen this. This is going to be directly asked to him. Are you excited right now? Are you excited?
I am excited. I mean, Lindsay obviously would not talk to me because I'm a filthy woke right roach. You know, not deserving of the attention from his milky bosom. But I guess he's trapped, right? What's he going to say, Chad? I can't wait.
What? How could he possibly squirm out of this? And good for like this guy. I'm yellow light on him only because, you know, it's my own bias that he's not as extreme as I want him to be. So that's not even a fair criticism. But he is evenly balanced. He does go into anti-communism. He does push back on what James Lindsay says, and he says what his detractors would say and looks for a response in a really like calm, even, almost subversive way. So I really appreciate him for that.
And say, okay, well, they may be universals to us, and as long as Nick Freitas and James Lindsay are the ones setting the rules for Nick Freitas and James Lindsay, this is all fine, even though we would disagree on certain things. But what they would also say is that when we look at what is going on in the United States right now, when we look at what's going on in the UK right now, and Europe right now, what we see is this mass importation of people that it turns out they don't share any of those values. And somebody that fought in Iraq, where all of a sudden we were gonna overturn Saddam Hussein and bring them the benefits of classical liberal thought and representative government and all these wonderful things that we valued in the West. And of course they were going to adopt it because all they had to do was see the genius of how it all worked. and turns out, yeah, it didn't work that way.
Oh, imagine my shock.
This is like exactly your exact argument that you've always wanted an answer to.
Go on, James. Wow us with your response, mate.
And so the part of the question here is we now have people they're starting to question what they see as some of the presuppositions within classical liberalism. And they're saying, no, we need to understand that the reason why this works in the West is because it's a creation of the West, and it actually came from the way that our own traditions were produced organically over centuries, and that's why it works for us. And it would be absurd to plop this down in the Middle East where there is no such tradition and expect it to work. And likewise, it would be ridiculous to import a bunch of people from a place that have never had this tradition and expect them to be able to successfully integrate. And so that's why what we need to be is we need to be more protective. We need to understand that this isn't so much universal as it is just a Western tradition. Would you have any pushback against
Western?
Yeah, a huge amount, because I actually think the principles underneath are universal, but it doesn't mean that every culture has decided to adopt them. I don't believe cultures are equal. I believe that the more you...
This is specifically for you.
The only barrier, right, to the Somalis adopting classical Scottish common sense realism, right, is that they've just decided not to, right? Not that they're like incapable of grasping this, right? Or they, oh my fuck,
yeah,
fuck off.
I am deciding that I'm not going to dunk a basketball. I am deciding that. It's not that I can't. It's not that I can't do it. It's a decision I made.
Can you imagine being that fucking like daft? Like has he ever like not to do the meme, but like, have you ever been to Memphis? Right? Like, have you ever been to London? Like, have you ever fucking been anywhere, right, where these people like should you go to fucking is it Minneapolis that has like all the bulb heads now? The Somalis, like
yeah, that's where Ilhan Omar is. TK for 2
you're
dollars, mate.
roboting a bit. Yeah, mate.
James is spiritually.
Okay?
Yeah, I feel fine. James is spiritually brown, not Faustian.
I'll play the thing. Your mic is fucking up.
You adhere to universal principles of effectively what boils down to, it's going to sound a little weird, but the 3 legs of the stool, as far as I see it, are truth, justice, and love. And I mean love in the kind of literally Christian biblical sense.
How is this going for everyone? Am I roboting? We need some feedback from the chat right now. I'm pretty sure it's on his end. I don't think it's on my end. Caesar the Grape for $4.99, mate. Is it just me, or does it seem like the Moos have recently launched a coordinated media counterattack against the Great Noticing? A switch got flipped. I do think a switch got flipped.
Am I back?
Now we're caught up. Now we're caught up. It just rubber banded. Now we're caught up. So can you
hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I think my connection just like went all weird.
You're
Sorry
good.
about that, guys.
You're back. It's fine. I ran cover. So a switch.
Truth. Yeah. Sorry. Truth, justice, and love. Look, next time, right? I'm faced by a raving stabnig. I'm going to deploy Lindsay's argument, right? And I'm going to say, like, listen, before you stab me, all right, have you considered how you are betraying the 3 pillars of civilization? What the? These people live in an alternate universe.
The old Mongolians at the gate defense, huh?
Yeah. We did a whole stream on the retardedness of this whole concept. I can't believe, like, oh my God, fuck.
Whoever, if you have 2 people that are running businesses and they're competitors, it doesn't matter the scale or scope of the business. If one of them is adhering to or discovering valuable truth more efficiently and more accurately than the other, they will outcompete the other, all else being equal. Justice is what we were just talking about. This idea that, we don't get to just take from one another. This is unfair. In other words, the concept of equity, which, by the way, doesn't mean what the left says it means. The concept of equity does not mean what the Russians called actual equality. The Soviets, I should say, not the Russians. The Soviet program of actual equality is the thing we call equity. If you wonder why it seems like it sucks like Soviet Union, it's because it's literally a Soviet Union import that's been forced upon us.
And then he just filibusters until everyone forgets what he's talking about.
Dude.
How much longer could you possibly fucking listen to that for? He just starts prattling on, and that's it. Just like a greasy politician.
These are all white Western concepts, right? Which is why it isn't like John bin Salman Locke, right? Or, Adam fucking, Magumblu Smith. All of these fucking people they quote, like, they're white as hell.
I think we all know it was Thomas Ramangalagatabagaga.
Yes, correct.
All right.
The lesser
So
known.
one more before you can get into your deep dive, baby. Go to 55 minutes, and I forget exactly what this is because
55 minutes. I'm gonna need about $1.55.
About 50.
$1.55. Okay, right.
Yep.
Wait, is this gonna make me angry watching this?
I don't remember. It's 6 hours, and I'm showing you guys 10 minutes of what I fucking listened to.
What do we? I mean, obviously, we have lived in a country that was theoretically built upon these principles, and yet there has been this infiltration. And we can look at. You've done a great job of looking at, Antonio Gramsci and Herbert Marcuse and Jean-Paul Sartre and the postmodernists and everything that is. What do you say to the response that, well, great. It's wonderful that we had all these great ideas, James, and we had a constitution that was supposed to establish this and protect this and do all these things. And yet here we find ourselves in 2025, where almost every single significant culturally shaping institution is dominated by leftist ideology. By specifically
what you would want to say to him, like, okay,
yes,
like, the way he's saying this, I'm like, yep, this is what we all want to say to him, and he always runs from it. I can't wait to see what he's gonna say.
Also, super chats. TK for $2. James is spiritually brown, not Faustian and Gothic. Agreed. Caesar the Great for $5. Is it just me, or does it seem like the Moos have recently launched a coordinated media counterattack against the Great Noticing? A switch got flipped. Yeah, there's tons of money being poured in. I don't think it's going to work.
I don't think a switch got flipped. They broke the glass in case of emergency.
Theodicy Ninja for $10. This is why this liberalism as an ideology. It believes it's universal and it is totalizing. Yeah, it is. It is absolutely totalizing. And James bought into the lie. As Sargon has said, it's Anglo Sharia law, and that's true. Absolutely. No, it's true, right? Like, liberalism only works when it's full of high IQ Anglos, right?
Right.
You cannot do liberalism with a bunch of Somalis. If they could, then they would have developed it. Tons of these countries, right? The English came in, colonized them, civilized them, and then as soon as they left, they just reverted, right? So, yeah. And Solon the Lich for 100 ARS. I'm not sure what that is, but thank you very much.
That's gotta be $5,000.
Does surprise love at night point in a back alley in gangs count for James's 3 pillars of blavity? I think it does, mate. I think it does. And Darth Amalgamation for $2. Nick Freitas, co-host Christian Hines is one of us.
So let me discuss that for just a moment. So in the comments, oh my God, in these comments, somebody actually says James, the hands that heal Lindsay in there. So he might be one of us. I don't know who else fucking says that, but that's in the comments. And also, somebody does mention Christian in the comments, and they want to see them debate Lindsay. And I was like, Lindsay doesn't debate. But yes, it looks like, from what I saw in the comments, that Darth is very much correct.
Yeah. We broke the hands that heal story. So, Deadpool Kid for $20. Thank you very much, mate.
Thank you, mate.
Attention, Kosher Kids Clubs.
Is getting.
Attention, Kosher Kids Clubs. There's been a lot of noticing going on around here. We need to cease this at once and return to our history books somewhere between 39 to 45 of the 1900s. We need to continue the pressure. Yes, exactly.
That's it. We're eternally, isn't it funny with Black Lives Matter, we're eternally living in the times of slavery, and then with the Moos, we're eternally living in the times of the Holocaust. It's all the exact same. It's insane.
Hey man, never again is now. Not 5 minutes ago, right? Not 5 minutes into the future. It is an eternal now.
Right. Never again.
Remembrancing.
Never again is now. 110.
Okay, right. Let's get on with this.
Maybe woke ideology. When I look at arts and entertainment, when I look at Hollywood, I see woke. When I see academia, I see woke. When I see my public school system, I see woke. When I see the bureaucracy, I see woke. Right. So how would this? If all these ideas were so good, how come they didn't protect us from this?
Yeah, that's a interesting argument. Of course, Lysander Spooner put that one. I get the Spoonerism all the time. Basically that if the Constitution either enabled this or was unable to present it. So in either case, it's worthless. And I'll just point out just kind of a couple of things very quickly. One is your body has an immune system, and it's
oh my
designed
God,
in
the
some
fucking
sense, therefore,
metaphors.
not to get
And there it
sick.
is. He
But it
just
still somehow
sidesteps it.
manages to get sick about once a year, once every year and a half or so for most people, maybe 2 or 3 times a year if you travel a lot or whatever. And it's like, the saying often is the purpose of a system is what it does. The body gets sick. The immune system flubs. Does that mean that the immune system should just be ejected? Should we just get rid of it and try to make a new immune system? And so, the thing is there are, the metaphor is that there are invading foreign pathogens, and they do wish to infect societies. Communism is one such. Islamism or radical Islam is another. It deliberately and explicitly has the intention of colonizing and conquering other systems. So, not to praise the book too much because I don't love the book, but in The Virtue of Nationalism, Yoram Hazony writes about kind of the Jewish model of nations, which is nationalism, and then the not Jewish model of nations, which is basically imperialism. And he kind of contrasts. Of course, there's a spectrum, but you don't have to be totally an imperialist nation like Nazi Germany, and you don't have to be totally
I'm just gonna say, right? If the Greater Israel Project isn't imperialism, then what the fuck is it, right? Like, it literally. God, fucking hell, mate.
There you go. Okay, you are now free from your curse, from your promise, and now we can do a deep dive. Now we can get deep with it. You have you have fulfilled your debt for now.
Thanks very much. Just please don't jack up my interest rate again. I'm like on the verge of being kicked out of my house. Okay.
That's the best thing about my debt is watching James Lindsay is no interest. No interest on that at all whatsoever.
It's like looking back in the past, right? It's like when you see someone now, right? Like they bring out like the race card or something like that, and you just want to be like, bro, 2016 call. They want their like fucking talking points back. Right. He's just being left behind. Like the conversation is just progressing, and he's just like,
at light
bro,
speed.
No.
Every month is like a year of how much it's progressed. 2 quick things. Native Liberty. Welcome to the Hard R, fellas, buddy. It's gonna be the best $5 you can spend for honestly for the amount of content you get. Also, fellows, please like the stream. I believe we are at around 277 right now. We have 98 likes. Let's get that to a half chub. It's only a quarter full right now. You can't fuck with that. You can't. What are you gonna do with that, huh? She's gonna give you a little beach. Nothing comes out. Now, as we all know, you can bust a fat nut even with half a full cock, and that's what we're looking to get to. Thank you, fellas. Appreciate it.
Right. So hour number 2, we are going to talk finally about what's been going on at the Heritage Foundation. Now, I thought this story would sort of like die a natural death, but actually it has been folded into the Tucker cost, right? Which is, the worst thing that has ever happened was the Tucker Fuentes interview, as you know. They're still banging on about this, right? Like, it just, oh my God, they just
not the left setting cars on fire, assaulting people, killing people. Nah. That's just the news cycle, okay?
Nah, come on, mate. Come on, right? Like, much more important, right? That we talk about the fact that Tucker talked to Nick Fuentes. The funny thing, right? He's getting more stick for talking to Fuentes than he actually got for talking to fucking Vladimir Putin.
That's what
it's fucking hilarious, right?
Dave Smith said the same thing where he talked to communists. I put it in the video and nobody cared, but only Nick Fuentes, for some reason, maybe he's on the pointy nose of what he's talking about.
Must be a coincidence, mate, right? Like, I wouldn't read any deeper into it. Okay, so a bit of background for you all, okay, who don't, who aren't into political science. Did I tell you I have a political science background? Someone said that to me in the chat. It's my secret chain. I don't like to talk about it, obviously. Right. So the Heritage Foundation is basically what you call a policy think tank. Okay, so for those of you who are not aware, you have these organizations like think tanks, and what they do is they draft policy positions for incoming governments, right? The right has one, the left, the right has a bunch, the left has one, but the Heritage Foundation is very, very important to the American right. The Heritage Foundation were the people who backed Project 2025.
Oh, yeah.
So what they do is they have whole teams of people that write policy. Okay, now policy is a specific subset of political science where you write policy positions for incoming governments, right? You say, we're going to do this thing, and then you do a bunch of research and you say, we're going to do this thing because of this, and we expect it'll have the following effects. And you you draft like the legislation you're going to like pass and all of this like stuff. It's nerdy as fuck. Okay, right? And the Heritage Foundation has been incredibly influential. It basically like started under Reagan, where they wrote this thing called the Mandate for Leadership, where they're like, we're going to shrink the federal government. Yeah, I guess how that fucking worked out. It had over 2,000 specific policy recommendations, blah, 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 blah. Then it went on. They did like foreign policy for Reagan and Bush. So when you talk about the deep state, this is the part of the deep state that basically writes the laws. Okay, because writing the laws is like a specialized job, right? You gotta you literally go to university and just do policy, right? Like it's a whole thing, and they'll be like, oh, we tried this policy and we looked at this outcome, and no. It's nerdy as hell. Okay, right? Mm-hmm. Now, this is Kevin Roberts, head of the Heritage Foundation and renowned antiseptic. Oh my God, look at his bald head. He clearly wants another Shoah bros. See this?
Oh my God.
Donnie, we got ourselves a Heritage staffer here who doesn't want to go to Shabbat dinner. Now, as you can imagine, right, because the Heritage Foundation deals so much with American foreign policy, it's been heavily influenced by Israel, okay? Because, Israel has always have to be a part of American foreign policy, right? So they have their own little sort of commissariat, right? In case people don't know, right? Commissar in the Soviet Union is like how you get like worksters now in like video game companies, right? They'll put someone in an organization or like a group of people to make sure that everyone toes the line, right? To like tone police them and, make sure there's like no bad thoughts and stuff like that. The commissariat, okay?
Yep.
Now, Kevin Roberts, he did a very, very bad thing. He, oh my God, you're not going to believe this, bros. He came out and he said that Tucker Carlson is his friend because Tucker Carlson is his friend, right? They go back a long way.
Dude, it's the same thing they did with Trump, where Trump had all these connections. Everybody was fine with them. And then, as someone said in the chat, the switch is flipped. And all of a sudden, we're not supposed to like you now.
Yep. Exactly. Right. So Kevin Roberts came out and he's like, look, I'm not going to denounce Tucker. Tucker's like a friend. You can fuck off. This turned out to be a very unwise decision. So I'm just gonna play this clip of like Nick Fuentes because he explains it like really, really well, basically.
Yep.
The Heritage Foundation hooked up with this group called the Campaign Against.
Are you supposed to have that on screen when you're reading?
Oh, yep. Hang on.
Also,
they hooked up with like the Campaign Against Anti-Semitism, some like Jewish NGO. There's tons of them, and they just went after like Roberts, and now they have a bunch of recommendations. If you want to keep your job, it's a nice think tank you got there. Be ashamed if anything happened to it. We have some recommendations on the best way to move forward. Listen to this bullshit. Oh wait! Before we get into that, we got a couple of super chats.
Yep.
The Agile Walrus for 5 Canadian loonies. Thank you very, very much, Mr. Walrus. The Kosher Centrists have not read 200 Years Together by Alexander Solzhenitsyn. The kvetching is hitting Yarmakost levels. They're very, very keen on Solzhenitsyn, just not that book, right? And TK for another $2 Heritage 2025 drafted the RIF policy for the shutdown. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Right. Yeah. So let's get into the first Fuentes of the night. Turns out,
my baby.
So this is a tweet from Audrey Fahlberg. She writes, "Here is an email that the co-chairs of the Heritage Foundation's Task Force to Combat Anti-Semitism sent to their members on their new demands for Kevin Roberts in the wake of Heritage, Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes fallout. This comes as task force members continue to resign in protest of their alliance with Tucker Carlson. The letter says, if we are not
by the way, I just want to point out, it's not an alliance. They just refused to throw him under the bus. That's all it was, right? They they weren't like, oh, we agree with every single thing that Tucker Carlson says, right? Like, from his lips to our hearts, right? Like anything. They just refused to condemn Tucker.
Oh,
right?
so you mean they turned them all into friend, which made themselves enemy?
Yeah, basically, right?
They're like, look at they have an alliance. Look at that, they're friends. Look at the team that they're on.
Man, they do friend enemy like no one I've ever seen. Like
they do friend enemy. Dude. They make you into somebody else's friend so you can say that you're the enemy. Like,
yeah,
it's before you even knew it happened. Swampy6, welcome to Soft A, fellas. Absolutely, we'll groom you into hard art soon enough. And name the dynamic 5. Joel is mate. Jesus. Just had a Muslim tell me Kabbalists and Christians share the same metaphysics, dude.
That's not.
It's true. Never ending. I spared all of you, Adam King mentioning Kabbalah. So you're welcome.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for that.
Not able to come to an agreement soon, the relationship between Heritage Foundation and the task force will be irrevocably harmed.
Yeah, you know what that means, right? You're going to lose your job and you're going to lose your think tank, right? It'll be irrevocably harmed. You'll never guess what happened, by the way. They totally caved and they're still going to destroy them because that's how they roll. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Don't you hate it when the left James Lindsay has been talking about the left has been doing this. The Marxists have been doing this.
Yeah.
And then
I wonder where they learned it from.
He got everyone's attention, and they were like, "Oh God, we need to subvert this guy fucking quickly. He's getting really close."
Says the letter, according to National Review Online. National Review published the letter. There they are again. I'll read to you. This is what the letter says. Get a look. So this is the National Task Force to Combat Anti-Semitism. This is what they write to Heritage, specifically to its president, Kevin Roberts. These are their demands. They write, NTFCA members, thank you to your patience with us as we seek to find a path forward together with the Heritage Foundation. The following is an email based on your contributions and feedback. We appreciate all of you for your steadfast contribution to ensuring the conservative movement remains a home for all those who stand against anti-Semitism. Dear Kevin, we appreciate that you took the time to speak with us. Our communication with NTFCA members was to get more time to come to some agreement on how we can move forward together. In that spirit,
how we can move forward together.
Oh, dude, it really feels demonic at a certain point.
Oh my God, like seriously, right? Like they always frame it like we're gonna move forward together. It's like the mafia, like showing up with baseball.
I know,
bats
but dude,
at your house and being like, we need to find a way we can move forward together. We have some suggestions for you. Fuck, dude.
I know, but everything is the moves because you want to know what this sounds like? Corporate speak. We just call this corporate. And corporate's known for being heartless and only caring about money. Yeah. There was other ways we could have had corporations in the country having nationalism, having a unified people and whatnot. But this is corporate speak. This is political speak. This is just consequentialism.
We offer the following recommendations. Buckle up. These are their demands. Number 1, removing the video that created the firestorm. There are 100 million Christians in the United States that found Tucker's comments deeply offensive when he called Christian Zionism a heresy and a mind virus. Many of us on the task force are among those who believed you called us part of a venomous coalition and questioned our loyalty to the United States. It makes collaboration with Heritage difficult for our members. So 1, delete the video. 2, an apology to those Christians and Jews who are steadfast members of the conservative movement and believe that Israel has a special role to play biblically and politically. Based on years of working relationships, we know that many of your top foreign policy staff at Heritage share this view and could help you craft such a statement.
Yeah, see, right? So Israel basically has like a cell inside Heritage, right, to help
Okay,
craft foreign policy. Okay, so this is really, really important. Doom Dacoom for 10 Federal Reserve dollars.
Thank you, mate. Hell yeah.
It really is them every time. Yes.
Yeah, I need you to just keep that picture I had from Academic Agent's video where it's like Everstein, Timowitz. It's like,
yeah.
I forget where it is. Also, TK Soft A fella, thank you very much. You do get a lot for $1. Evil Author 1776, welcome to Harder, fellas. You get even more for $5. Thank you, fellas. Appreciate it.
Evil Author 1776 is one of my like old time like subs from back in the day. Thanks for coming along, buddy.
Ooh, baby, thank you.
Foreign policy team at Heritage will help you write it. Why? Because the people drafting the foreign policy for Heritage Foundation are all pro-Israel Jews. Isn't that a conflict of interest? That Heritage Foundation, a wide-ranging think tank, its foreign policy division is apparently controlled by pro-Israel loyalists? So when the conservative think tank writes its foreign policy for the United States, the global empire, it's controlled by pro-Israel people. They're going to help craft the apology to Jews and Christians. That's number 2. So 1, delete your video. 2, apologize. 3, condemnation of any content that Tucker Carlson has ever hosted or statements he has made without calling for his cancellation.
Isn't so? We're going to condemn everything he's ever said, but we're not going to call for his cancellation.
Dude, it's see, we technically didn't, which is what we used to say on the left. Well, attribute that to the left, but just do everything up to the line of canceling him. Really just assassinate him, but don't cancel him.
Yeah. We're going to cancel him, but we're not going to call it that because we know that's bad optics. Holy crap. Dilly Bod for 50 US Federal Reserve dollars.
Nice, mate. Fucking hell. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
You're bringing the Australian out of me.
Catboy will lead the white men of America. You could do a lot worse.
Hey,
honestly.
I am going to be making a rather critical video of him that's hopefully out on Monday. So I don't know how you feel about him. People that call him a cat boy, some of them like support him and still call him a cat boy. It's so hard to know who's making fun of him and who supports him at this point in the comments sometimes.
I actually think that's actually kind of one of Fuentes' superpowers because like everyone knows like about his past now.
Yeah.
And no one really seems to give a shit. Right. Like, because, I think because he doesn't try and be perfect, right? Like if you said to him like, oh my God, you've done some like shady shit in your past, he'd probably be like, yeah, well, so you know what I mean? Right?
But if there was a guy that had a cure for cancer and you found out he fucked a dog, it's like, well, we do need cancer to be cured. So like with him, it's like whatever he did, it's like we need Israel to be fought. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Yeah, that's right. I just compared fighting Israel to curing cancer. I didn't even do that on purpose. Oh my God. This is why I'm an editor, fellas, okay? Something should be left on the cutting room floor to keep my jail safe.
But an acknowledgement that you and Tucker have disagreements and you disagree with and condemn his anti-Semitic content, then we will consider the matter closed.
Yeah, but it won't be closed, right? Like it's never closed. It's like when the blackmailer comes to you and says, look, pay me like $5,000, right? And it'll all go away. It won't go away, right? They'll be back because they have leverage over you now, right? That's how it works.
So we don't want you to cancel him. We just want you to condemn him and all of his anti-Semitic content and all the things you disagree with him on. Delete your video, apologize, condemn your friend. Number 4, it is clear there is an internal battle within the conservative movement over who is to be included. The division between no enemies to our right versus a moral conservatism demands our attention.
Oh my God.
This is the new dialectic they're creating.
Yeah, exactly.
A conference that provides some guidance to the movement on how best to keep unity without needing to include the worst among us. So 4, they want to put on a workshop of who's a Jew-hating anti-Semite and who's a moral conservative. They want Heritage to put on a conference to tell everybody, how do you know you're dealing with a groyper?
Oh, they're doing that conference, by the
Oh
way.
my
It's
God,
on,
dude.
it's on like next week, I think. So we can cover that because that's going to be fucking hilarious, man.
No, dude, I had no idea this was going on. Like, this is what's behind the mask. This is exactly what they do it. This is exactly how they say it. And
yeah,
I love how there's like a sales aspect to it where you include the objection in your prescription. And that's how you overcome the objection. So normally people would say it's this. No enemies to the right. We're not doing that, which immediately means that you're going to be doing it in a different way when you position it.
You know what this means, right? Heritage is finished. There's groypers in Heritage can't be allowed, right? So they will now spin up another organization to replace Heritage, right? They will poach as many people as possible. A bunch of people have already like resigned. They're going to go to like the new thing. They do this all the time, right?
Yeah.
Once like an organization goes a certain way, they just take all the people, they spin up a new one. They'll be announcing it like soon. You watch. And when 2028 rolls around, this new organization will be the one doing the new Project 2025, right? Like Project 2029 or whatever. I mark my words, right? That is my prediction. I stand by it. Oh, and Dilly Bod, go for another $10. God, thank you so much.
Thank you, dude. Thank you so much.
Nick is prime Kino material. Yeah, he is.
I know.
Right? Like he is fucking fun to watch, man.
Just so you guys know too, when I was trying to start making YouTube shorts, I can't tag Nick Fuentes' name. It's untaggable. Like as a hashtag, it won't let it show up. So I mean, there's a market to talk about him, but people just are afraid to do it. So I mean, but at the same time, he's the positive James Lindsay. He's the skeleton key to talk about the single most important thing in society.
Yeah, exactly. And stumbling for 5 UK pounds.
Thank you, mate.
Hey, thanks for the stream. I'm learning so much about Judy and Chris Hannity. I think Chris needs to divorce Judy. She's a psychotic bitch. I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means?
No, I don't.
Thank you very much, Stumbling. Right, let's get back into it.
Must be banished forever. And how do you know? How do you sniff out groypers? They're like the Gestapo. They want a conference instructing conservatives. This is how you can tell you're dealing with a groyper. How to keep unity without including the worst among us.
Do you denounce Tucker Carlson and all of his work?
Dude, it's creepy. It's really creepy that they can do this. And, you know, what we really had to talk about in society is yucky words in a private chat. This is fine. This doesn't make the news. We don't have to worry about this at all. We have to worry about gamer words in a private chat.
I honestly thought I had like an AI thing that was like, do you denounce Tucker and all of his works? Maybe we couldn't use it because of oh yeah, no, here it is. Here. Check this out.
Mr. Kevin Roberts, do you renounce
Oh my
Fuentes
God.
and all his works?
I renounce Fuentes and all his works.
This looks so good.
Do you renounce the groypers and all their works?
I renounce the groypers and all their works.
Do you renounce
Oh
Qatari
my
Carlson
word.
and all his works?
I renounce Qatari Carlson and all his works.
Bro, AI is getting so fucking
Dude,
good, man.
That one looked really good.
Dude. Okay, wait, hang on. Where's the right? Here we go. Okay, but back to Nick.
Oh, Big Chris
Number
for
5.
$2,
You pointed
mate.
out-
Thank you very much, Big Chris.
They let us rule. Let us rule over you, bigot strategy. Nice moves. Yeah. They're saying like now people are gonna think it's this, so we're just gonna say this. It's extremely transparent. I don't know if it's that. Is it that transparent to other people, or like
I
just
think-
to us?
I think it's becoming more transparent. I think one of the things about Nick is that he's just been saying it in plain language, right? This is one of the reasons why tone policing is so important, because
Right.
there are certain things that you need to use crude language to state correctly, right? And if you just beat around the bush and you've got to like euphemize all the time, it doesn't get through to people. But Nick he's just saying it, right? Like, and I think this is very, very important. I think more people are realizing like how this shit works.
Repeatedly that we face a challenge in reaching disenfranchised young men caught in the spell of Nick Fuentes and others. It's a spell. Everyone really desperately wants a war with Iran. I just cast a spell on you to convince you everybody loves genocide, killing children, war in the Middle East. We love being humiliated ritualistically. We love our politicians kissing the wall. It's just that I'm cynically manipulating you. Look, down on his luck, young white man. He's mad because he doesn't have a job. I'm going to convince him that war with Iran is a bad idea. If he had a job, he would never agree with this.
But that's literally what they do, right? Like they're just always like, it's not the actual conditions that are like causing people to be this way, right? It's just that they, have the ability to organize and communicate. Oh my God, it's so weird, right? Corn-fed Cody for $10 US. Thanks, mate. Got into an argument with church elders about how we don't owe the moves anything. Also about how I don't like my tax dollars leading to the destruction of churches. Yeah, you might need to find like another denomination, mate. I don't know what denomination you are, but yeah, that can get pretty fucking spicy. And double mumble. Sorry, go ahead. Double mumble. Double mumble for $5. I wonder how the Moos expect to win when they'll dismantle their most prestigious institutions. If they have thought of not hating Nick, it cuts off. No, I mean, like, from their point of view, what makes an institution prestigious is that they are a part of it, right? Like that's the only test. Okay, so if the Heritage Foundation goes off the reservation, it is no longer prestigious. By definition, they'll just build another one. They are the secret sauce to like any sort of thing. And $4.99 US from Kenny Powers 45. No message. Thank you very much, mate.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
So number 5, he says, I'll continue. You pointed out repeatedly, we face a challenge in reaching disenfranchised young men caught in the spell of Nick Fuentes. To address this issue specifically, we recommend hiring a visiting fellow, one who shares mainstream views on Israel, Jews, and Christian Zionism, who could identify strategies and tools to win Gen Z and beyond. Demand number 5, they want to hire a Generation Z whisperer. How do we get Generation Z to fall in love with Israel again? Let's get Brylan Hollyhand.
All right.
This isn't going to work, right? Like, things have now progressed to the point where you can't just show up and be like, hey, fellow kids, I'm a fellow Gen Zer. Like, gee, I sure do love Israel. Like, we're not going to do anything to like address your material concerns. Do you want to go and die for a war in Iran? Like,
at what point do you think they're going to go after Elon Musk for having X? Because can we agree this is all the fault of X for allowing this to happen? If it wasn't for X and it was still under lefty control, I mean, this wouldn't gotten nearly as far. I mean, they're going to have to attack his platform at a certain point, right? Or is it too big to do that?
Well, you know what, I was actually thinking about this, right? So Musk is basically like the polar opposite of Nick, okay? Musk now has so many children and so many wives, you could bump a couple off and he'd barely notice. Like, seriously, right? Like, so Nick is like...
It's the same problem, but completely opposite.
Yeah, exactly, right? So Nick doesn't have a wife or kids, so you can't use that to get to him, right? Musk, he's got so many, right? But plus as well, right? Like, Musk has Starlink. Like Musk is basically like, he now owns critical infrastructure. So if you press him too far, he could just be like, screw you, you can't use Starlink. Like, he has very, very serious leverage now, right? He is now like the guy who can get shit into space, get satellites into space. You can't just fucking push him around.
Actually, yeah, he's so valuable that they also want access to his power. Definitely.
Yeah. Kenny Powers 45 for $2. Do you believe in Muish? Well, you're living in one. Yeah. It's their world. You're just living in it, mate, right?
Number 6, and this is the best one. The task force members would like to host Shabbat dinners with the interns and junior staff of Heritage in partnership with Heritage to host conversations on Judaism and the Judeo-Christian tradition. They wanna... So their 6th and final demand, they want to host for those that don't know, Shabbat, that's a Sabbath. That's the Jewish Sabbath where they meet for dinner on Saturday night. All the Jews meet for dinner on Saturday night to observe the Sabbath. So they're saying the National Task Force to Combat Anti-Semitism will host a Shabbat dinner, and they're inviting all of the young staff members at Heritage to attend to lecture them about Judaism and Judeo-Christianity.
Yeah, I mean, why just the young members? Could it be like, they'll do that thing where they like watch your facial expressions like a hawk, and if you betray like the slightest facial expression that you're not on board, you're out.
You were talking about the look a couple of streams ago. The look they get.
Yeah. Right? They'll literally have like one person there, and their job is just to stare at every person as like around the table and analyze their facial expressions, right? Like, it's crazy.
I'm sorry. Stumbling for 2 pounds. I'm a literal child. Excuse my bad puns. Judy-O and Christianity. That's so fucking stupid. That's so
Very nice.
stupid.
Very nice stumbling. Thanks very much, mate. Oh, God.
Welcome to Shabbat. We'd like to talk to you about Judaism. We'd like to talk to you about Israel. So they can literally sniff out groypers. That's the point of it. They're bringing all the junior staff members there simultaneously to indoctrinate them, but also to vet them. Literally, we want to create a Jewish Sanhedrin and invite all the staff members there just to check them out.
Pause it.
And that's
dude. How does he feel that he is the #1 target? Him and his people are. This must be a dream come true, dude. This is almost like if James Lindsay was like, it was leaked that he was afraid of our stream. Is the closest thing I could have to understanding how he's feeling.
This is why Nick has that like smug look on his face.
Oh my God,
all the time, because he's like, you tried to destroy me, and not only did you not destroy me, right, but now like I'm bigger than ever, right? It's like that scene from Star Wars where like Obi-Wan Kenobi says to Darth Vader, strike me down and I'll become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. It's like literally that, man. Big Chris for $2. Moves only require BJs with no eye contact now.
Wow, right. No eye contact.
And Slosher for 10 Canadian loonies.
Thank you, mate.
The level of projection in their letter is insane. They think Nick is using magic words because that's their playbook. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's true because they're all about controlling the narrative and, framing and all this kind of other stuff. That's how they imagine like everything.
I know.
Because they are insulated from the material conditions. Like, none of this, the browning of America doesn't affect them, right? The massive inflation, it doesn't affect them. None of the actual things that are plaguing like young white men affect them at all. So why would they care?
I've said this in videos where the closest thing I can think of to like as an analogy is like a man is cheating on his wife. So he accuses her of cheating on him because since he's cheating on her, well, then she must be cheating on him. It is like the most effeminate behavior known to man.
Yeah, it's insane. Hang on a second.
Yeah, not a problem.
Right. Okay. Back to
final demand. The letter closes. It says, "We appreciate your attention to this matter If we are not able to come to an agreement soon, the relationship between Heritage and the task force will be irrevocably harmed.
You're going to lose your think tank, is what that means.
Yeah, irrevocably.
Molokai for 50 Swedish kroners.
Thank you.
The Moorish don't like the West and want a game over us and use melanin to do so.
Yes. Yes. And I mean, when people talk about globalism, they're talking about world mooery. I mean, when they talk about shadowy elites, like, what else do we have to see and hear to be like, oh, that's what it's been the entire time? They just came out of the ground out of nowhere, right? They just sprouted up, and all of a sudden there was this global elite here. How did they get here? Anyways, it's like it's been around for a long time.
It's a mystery, mate. Right? Like probably like social and economic circumstances.
So in other words, if you don't agree to all these things, we're cutting you out, and then you're done. Heritage will lose all its donors. Its board members will resign. There will be a mutiny. Kevin Roberts will be fired, and someone else will replace him, and they will agree to all these demands. Delete the video, apologize, condemn Tucker, host a conference on why Groypers suck, hire a Generation Z ambassador to identify strategies to make Zoomers love Israel, and then they want to host a Shabbat dinner to vet all the young staff members and make sure they love Jews in Israel.
Now, at the same time that this was going on, right, and people inside the Heritage Foundation were like leaking private stuff, okay?
Oh, yeah.
So when this thing about the Shabbat dinners came out, this guy, Evan Myers, right, who works with Kevin Roberts, he was approached about attending the Shabbat dinner. And he basically said, well, look, I'm a Christian, right? I'm fasting on that day, right? It wouldn't be appropriate. And, I think pretty sure he's about to be fired because, that's how this shit works. Check this out. Wait, hang on. Share this tab. Right. Okay.
All right. So you have a good 45 minutes to an hour to get through this. Okay.
Okay. Right. Sorry. It was turned down.
Thank you, Mike. That's a hard act to follow, but you did a really good job. And I just want to say I'm grateful for all of our colleagues who are speaking out today, and especially for our colleagues on the National Task Force to Combat Anti-Semitism. I'm especially grateful for their work. I also have a question about it, given some of the leaks that occurred yesterday. Right now, the National Task Force to Combat Anti-Semitism is demanding that Heritage host Shabbat dinners with Heritage interns and junior staff. The faith of many Christians here at Heritage, myself included, would prevent us from attending these dinners in good conscience. As you know, for many Christians, Friday is a special day of prayer and abstinence to commemorate the death of Christ. I assume that no staff will be required to attend the Shabbat dinners, but my concern is that these dinners will serve as a sort of informal litmus test. And I'm worried that they will hurt many Christians who are not anti-Semitic, but don't feel comfortable attending a Shabbat dinner.
Yeah, see what Mr. Myers doesn't understand, right, is that to not be 110% behind these people is by definition
Right, but
anti-Semitic.
it's the same thing that we show with Adam King, though, where Adam King's like, I'm not going to a fucking Christian site. I wouldn't go there.
Yeah, no, that's fine. He's allowed, right? He's Moorish, right? But as a Christian,
exactly, exactly. You're always expected to capitulate to them, or else you're anti-Semitic. What, anti-Christian? Does that hold any weight at all whatsoever?
Yeah, exactly.
I would like to know how you guys would respond to that concern and how we can be sure that the dinners won't be used that way when the people requesting them or someone has already been leaking them to the media.
Well, it turns out this is very, very anti-Semitic to like even question it. So I think like what, the fundamental sin that this dude did was to see this coming. Right, because after like DEI and woke and everyone knows how these like struggle
that's
sessions
way too on the beak what he said. Way too on the beak.
And people are like, they're trying to get them fired. And this guy's like, no. These are just recommendations. It's a gross mischaracterization to say that there'd be anything like this, right? They're just recommendations, bro. They just came out of a conversation. This kind of dinner would just be an educational exercise, not a betrayal of their faith. This was an open offer from the task force. It was made in the generosity of spirit and in the hopes of increased dialogue.
Wow.
Yeah, it's funny how, like, you know, it's always like dialogue, but one side never ever changes their position, right? So it's not a dialogue. Like, a dialogue implies that positions on both sides could change. What you really have is a monologue.
Oh
Right?
yeah, kind of like how their negotiations only involve you losing and gaining nothing. You know.
Yeah, basically.
Hey, isn't that weird how the definitions of their words are different than the way we use them? Which happened with trans and queer, happens with the black community. I wonder where they learned it from. That's just incredible. It's fascinating.
It's truly a massive coincidence, and I wouldn't want to read anything more into it, mate. So then they did a panel, right?
Oh,
Kevin
God.
Roberts had to sit there and be struggled.
God, dude,
right?
this makes me so uncomfortable. It's so cringy.
It just makes my skin crawl. Oh my God. If I was in this position, I think, like, I would have to, like, restrain myself so hard from just, like, shouting the N-word or just, like, something really, like, you know, inappropriate. Because I'd just be like, you know, just banish me already, for God's sake.
At
Like,
that moment, he's like, I would rather get up at 4 a.m. and be a fucking garbage collector than fucking have to sit here right now. He's probably thinking of all the other things he would fucking rather do and where he'd fucking rather be.
so this is Evan Myers asking about the Shabbat dinners and being told once again, it's a complete misrepresentation. How dare you?
Thank you, Mike. That's a hard act to follow. Thought you did a really good job, and I just want to say I'm grateful for all of our colleagues who are speaking up today, and especially for our colleagues on the National Task Force to Combat Anti-Semitism.
Oh no, wait, this is the same thing. Okay, right. Like, sorry.
You described, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, right. So, so Kevin Roberts was forced to apologize. Look at this, right? He's just, oh God, just, it's so humiliating, right? It's like just a constant humiliation ritual. Look at, you can just see his soul, like, leaving his body.
The boundaries, because if you don't have boundaries on who you regard inside the movement will destroy itself, and it will create a PR nightmare for everybody in it. And the boundaries that he set forth, William Buckley, in early 1960s, were twofold. You have to expunge all anti-Semitism, all of it. But that's just part of it from the conservative movement. The other is you have to expel the lunatics, okay? The lunatics who think that Eisenhower was a communist, okay? And a whole bunch of, and we have them back now, okay? They are both here back just the way they were in 1959.
Oh my God.
And we have to go back and set the general parameters. You say, oh, we don't cancel. We do cancel. Did we cancel David Duke? Yes. You don't even know who David Duke was, probably most of you.
What is he reading? Fucking Mark
No.
Levin? What the fuck is going
Yes.
on right now?
Do
Dude?
we
Yeah. They all.
Oh
they're all
my
in, like,
fucking God, dude.
They're all in group chats. So there's
No,
like
he
widespread.
said it publicly. Like, what the fuck? We've already heard this. We covered it last week from Mark Levin. Now we got this fucking idiot coming on, being like he has a new idea.
They just keep saying it, man.
Cancel the John Birch Society? Yes. Okay? Because they were harmful. Because if they're in your movement, you look like clowns. Okay? And the issue here is Tucker Carlson. And I think, Mr. President, you don't understand the post-fact Fox Tucker Carlson. If you're not watching the interview with Daryl Cooper or Nick Fuentes, if you don't watch Nick Fuentes online.
Gee, what was it about both Daryl Cooper and Nick Fuentes specifically?
I understand now. Buddy? James Lindsay knew this was going to. So this is why he keeps saying he's right. This is why he keeps saying you'll rue the day, because he knows what the moves are. He knows the move plan. He knows where it's heading. All they're doing is repeating what James Lindsay was saying 4 months ago. That's all they're doing.
Yep. We got some super chats. Kenny Powers 45 for
Just
$2. No
just
message.
getting rid of it. Just throwing ropes, you know?
Thanks very much, right? Aramaic Discourse for $10.
Thank you, mate.
Imagine if all the Heritage members at the Shabbat dinner started throwing the Roman. Oh my God.
Yeah. You want to see it so badly. You know
what?
It's
That
gotta
would
be
the
an
Kanye
AI.
song. They walk in with the Kanye song playing the forbidden Kanye song.
Dude, we really don't talk about that Kanye song nearly enough. We're all just gonna act like that didn't fucking happen.
Kanye actually apologized to a rabbi this week. Did you see it?
No, he apologized. What?
Yeah. He sat down. Oh, look, I've got the clip, mate.
Perfect. You do that clip, and then you're gonna play the clip I'm sending you.
Okay. Wait. Where is it? Yeah. So he sits down with like a rabbi, and he's all like, I'm sorry. I feel really blessed. Like, he blames it all on bipolar. Basically, he's like.
What? I didn't see this. Where the fuck is this from? What, dude?
Yeah, you haven't seen this? Oh, it's crazy.
That knowledgeable about the bipolar and the cause, or what causes it, and
I'm sorry. Pause it. Kanye. Now, me and Fist know a little bit about audio production. Okay, you made a fucking song, and you didn't make it by yourself. You had to layer the tracks. you had a choir that fucking like came in. That wasn't really a spur of the moment fucking decision. Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
Oh my
God! Roseanne said that she took like Ambien. Like, bro, you made a fucking whole song, a whole produced song. Was it a fever dream? Did you make it in 6 hours?
It's so hilarious. Like, I was watching it like the other day, and I was just looking at the production. You know what I mean, right? Like all the dudes they like hired and the costumes and all this kind of like other stuff.
No, this is fucking AI. If somebody made an AI version of this, I'd be laughing my fucking ass off. Him apologizing to the moose, blaming it on bipolar. I'd be laughing my fucking ass off.
But check this out, right? This rabbi is so chosen. He doesn't actually speak English, right? So he needs this guy to like translate for Ye.
Have this disease. So it's like
this is
like just the look on the rabbi's face, like he's half asleep or something. Like he's goddamn Schwarzen.
Dude, because Schwarza, dude. Like you have to translate bipolar. You have to imagine having to convert Kanye speaking into Hebrew.
And he's doing this like hand clutching. He's doing this hand clutching thing, right? Where like the rabbi's like basically like vibing into him as like as hard as possible.
Sometimes old people get these like death grips want to like stay alive and like siphon your like life force to them. You ever get the death from an old person? It's like, okay, I get it, you're old, but like you're hanging on for dear life right now. It's kind of creepy.
From now on, דברים חזקים, טובים, strong things and good things. רק טוב and only good. בן אדם טוב, you are a very good man. Amen.
Look at the look! Look at the look he's giving him! He's giving him look! Dude, how did I not see this?
I don't think he's being sincere, mate. Right? Like something tells me.
I can't believe I didn't fucking see this, dude. Oh my god.
Oh, mate. Well, I'm glad to introduce you to it, mate. Like, oh my god, that mate. Someone should fucking like screenshot that and be like the face you make when like.
Oh my god. That shouldn't be real. Anyway, so
and then he gives him a hug. Right, and like, it's over. Okay, right. So hang on. What you sent me something, yeah?
Yeah, I want to show everybody when they were canceling people, like when they canceled Pat Buchanan, when they say they cancel them. This is what it looked like. Let me know if this reminds you possibly of like Palestinian protesters, trans protesters, Black Lives Matter protesters, gay protesters. Let me see if it's reminiscent at all.
Wait. Double mumble for $5. I can't wait until groypers usurp the right. These self-flogging struggle sessions are so hard to watch, man. Yeah, I agree.
This is what Dave Smith said to Seth Dillon, where it's like, you have no one to blame but yourselves. They're more popular than you because you people are fucking insufferable. Like, you did this. You're creating this.
How can I be antiseptic if I like Dave Green and Steve Miller? I just don't understand, right? Like,
dude,
it's so confusing, bro.
I want a good move. I want us to find Our third chair is only reserved for a good moo. They have to exist, okay? I would love it if we could just find a good moo to be on our side. They have to exist.
We should try and get Dave Smith to come on for like a guest podcast. I wonder if he'd do it.
Yeah, but he's not really a moo. But no, a real moo. He's not really, as James Lindsay said, he's moo-ish. Remember that one?
Oh, so James Lindsay is now the arbiter of who's really mooish. Oh yeah, I bet that's going to go down really fucking well.
So anyways, so let's see if this feels familiar and where these groups could have possibly learned protesting this way from.
Excuse me. You can't erase the
Ah, you grabbed my curls!
You can't erase it! He's a racist!
Yeah.
Calm down, everyone.
That's how they cancel people, just like the left.
God fucking damn it.
It's all the same.
Okay, so mate, we're nearly up to hour 3, my God. Okay, so so I've got more of this.
That's why I was telling you. Okay.
Kevin Roberts is like groveling and apologizing.
Okay. We can land the plane with a Konstantin Kisin, do a nice memory wipe. So we'll go through it. It's fine.
Suddenly this van just shows up outside the Heritage Foundation.
Quick turnaround.
Like
well,
Kevin Roberts and Fuentes.
For only 2% of the population, they really can just pull their resources together to get a fucking custom truck made quickly out of nowhere like that. Wow, the resources.
They do punch above their weight. You got to give it to them, mate. Right? Like
I'm not going to give them a fucking thing.
It's crazy. This is Nick Fuentes, man. It's right in front of the Heritage Building. This is crazy. This is in DC. It's Nick Fuentes. It's crazy.
You've pissed him off, mate. And then Kevin Roberts did like another apology.
Term venomous coalition. A terrible choice of words, especially for our Jewish colleagues and friends who understand that, given history, to be a trope used against them. And I very sincerely,
where does that trope come from?
Apologize to you in particular and to all of you for using that. It was not my intention to use a trope. I should have been better, so I hope you understand that. But I have to be better at being aware of those things.
Why is it always the whites that have to do better? Right? Like it's never them that have to be better, to do better. It's always the whites. You know what I mean?
I know this is true. They program Black Americans to act like white people are afraid of Black success just to get out in front of it. So then we can't use the reason that they are afraid of white success because we're going to overtake them. It is an inversion, and they got out in front of it. Blue Lick, what is that? 5 loonies, mate? We getting looned over here? After 1,030 times being kicked out, I have come to the conclusion that there's no such thing as a good move, not worth the risk to find one. Well, I'm a shitty atheist liberal, okay? I'm a shitty liberal, and I believe I'm a universalist, okay? We all start off on a blank slate, and it's just environmental factors that lead us astray. Surely there has to be a good one. I'm running this on the ground.
So after the apology, we're now focused on moving forward together. Oh God, it's so 1984, man. This whole thing. It's like they struggle you, they force you to apologize, right? And then you're just like, oh well, now that that's over. But he's compromised now. He's gonna go, right? I expect that he'll step
compromise.
down.
God knows what they fucking said to him, dude, behind closed doors. Oh my God,
seriously.
I want to speak plainly, both as president of the Heritage Foundation and also as an American who understands the urgency of this moment.
There's 2 separate things.
Leadership requires owning the moments where we fall short, then using them to reset, refocus, and recommit. I talked about this today, as you may have seen, during our Heritage All-Staff Town Hall. I'm so grateful for my amazing colleagues. My use of the phrase venomous coalition was a terrible choice of words.
According to who?
It caused justified concern, especially among friends and allies who know how seriously Heritage has fought and continues to fight against the rise of anti-Semitism.
Oh
You
my
get it.
God.
You don't have to see the whole thing, right? Like you get it, right?
Okay, so why is it if they're on one hand they're only 2% of the population, but on the other hand we have to? It's a national conversation about anti-Semitism. You know.
I wouldn't read too much into it, mate. Right? Like,
I love that. I love that.
Stumbling for 5 pounds. All races have their strengths and weaknesses. For example, moos are good at multitasking and makeup, but are more sensitive to cold and can't parallel park.
Dude, I encourage you and invite you guys to start creating your own racial stereotypes. Okay.
Yeah.
What I usually say is that black people have a bone in their stomach that makes them jump higher. Okay. See, we can make it up. It doesn't have to be true.
I thought it was a bone in the ankle. That thing.
See, as long as you sell it, okay. That's all I want from you guys. We got to start making up. Get creative with what other races are like. Okay, whatever your heart desires is what it can be.
Right. So back to Fuentes. Right.
Speaking of
again,
racist,
just expressing this like better than I ever could. Right. Like just
he understands political speech so well.
He just goes off. Right. Like a wang half. Right. Check this out.
You're either America first and you're with the Americans, or you're Israel first and you're with these lunatics. Kevin Roberts, you're my enemy. Okay? Kevin Roberts says, let's go win. He said, I'm going to talk to the young people. Let me tell you something, Kevin Roberts. Nobody will ever follow you because you don't inspire. Your weakness, your lassitude, your cowardice doesn't inspire anybody, least of all young men. Least of all young men that have had everything taken from them. This bald loser gets up and says, I need to be better. I should have chose my words more carefully. Choose your words more carefully. Motherfucker, we're at war right now. Do you understand the stakes here? We have 50 million foreign born in this country, 50 million illegals, 50 million more foreign born that are legal. We're at war. Look at what's happening. Look what happened to Irina Zarutska. She got stabbed in the neck with a knife. Look what happened to Austin Metcalf. Got stabbed in the neck with a knife. Look what's happening in all of our major cities in public transit. Look what's happening with the carjackings. Look what happened to Charlie Kirk in that Catholic church in Minnesota. And you're getting up there and apologizing about your word choice, anti-Semitic canards? You are weak. You are a coward. You caved. You caved to this small psycho minority that, in their own words, puts a foreign country ahead of ours. They're not even Christian. You think you're going to talk to the youth of America? Good luck with that. It's never going to happen because you inspire nobody. You stand for nothing. You live on your knees and you crawl on your belly and you eat their shit. And that's why you're losing them. That's why I'm winning. Because I'm not setting plays. I'm not living on my knees to fight another day. I'm fighting. I'm speaking up. Whatever the consequences are, somebody has to. Somebody needs to tell Mark Levin he can take his fat ass and go to Israel. Somebody needs to stand up and say Randy Fine is disgusting, morally reprehensible. Damn him. Randy Fine says it's funny that children are starving in Gaza. He's smug about it. He thinks he's in any position to judge anybody, make moral judgments. You are repugnant. Randy Fine, you are repugnant. You are disgusting. You will burn in hell. And everyone agrees with me on this. Don't make them choose between me and you.
Holy shit, dude.
Man, he just goes so fucking hard.
Well,
right?
So you can tell he's now curating his speech to be like PG-13. He wants this to be clippable. He wants it to be shareable. This could be shown to a 60-year-old. It could be shown to a boomer, right?
Also, we have a viewer submitted meme from Ardent Party. It's pretty fucking good. The face you make when the famous Hollywood cushy is touching you because your nephew is his agent and he needs to be performatively apologetic.
The look. Look at that look. Look at that. That's. You want to know what's funny about that look? He's not doing a look. He has resting that face. That is just his face. You know he's not making a face, right? That's just how he looks.
Get this schmatzer away from me. Arden, could you drop like the original with no text in the Telegram chat? Thank you so much, mate. That's fucking epic, right? So you'll never guess. Despite all of Kevin Roberts' crawling and toadying and apologizing, the National Task Force to Combat Anti-Semitism has cut ties with the think tank anyway.
Wait, but he apologized. Wait, but he apologized.
Yeah, but I apologized.
Oh, you mean how like when James Lindsay says never apologize to the mob when he's talking about Marxists and communists?
No. You should apologize. They're not a mob, right? They're a chosen minority. That's completely different, mate, right? Don't get it twisted.
You just call them a different name and it materially changes what they are? Interesting.
So this, I think, like, oh my god, this is just so surreal, right? This is the head of the anti-Semitism task force. Just like he's on
now.
He's on Israel Daily talking about it.
I want you guys to look at this man, okay? Now, we can all tell he's going to have a really deep baritone, confident, masculine voice. So let's hear what he has to say.
What were the key factors that led your organization to decide to cut ties and withdraw?
Well, if one looks at the video from Kevin Roberts, the head of the Heritage Foundation from last week, he said he would back Tucker Carlson and Heritage would in all situations, would never disavow him. But after he set up a straw man and demonized Jews, those who were protesting Tucker Carlson's speech, as if they were a venomous coalition out to get Tucker. Tucker is obviously the one being venomous in this situation. If you look at the people he's now bringing on his show and the things he is saying himself, when he talks about Israel committing genocide in Gaza, he is joining the very forces that Project Esther is supposed to be designed to contradict and rebut and silence. Now he's realizing that, yes, Tucker Carlson says things that are honestly and truly evil against the Jewish community, and we cannot pretend that there's this idea of, no enemies on the right. That's great for political partisans, but if you're out there promoting values, and especially Jewish values, like we do as a Jewish organization, we're called Coalition for Jewish Values. We cannot pretend.
How many? I know the answer. 12,000. There's over 12,000 registered Jewish NGOs. Every time they speak, have you noticed it's a different NGO that they're fucking talking about? We're for the Mooish guys with glasses that sound like exactly what you think will sound like. Incorporated. Hello?
And they do like no enemies to the J, right? Why are they allowed to do that? Right? Like,
oh my god, no enemies to the J. Oh, it's not a direction. See, there's the only reason why there's a left and a right is so they're not so they can be a part of either one. We need to create a Z plane. You know how like on a graph there's the X plane and the Y plane? Now the Z plane is the depth. We have to start making a 3D model of what's going on, and it's not just left and right.
$2 from Dongus Cock 69. Your mum, thanks, mate. The chosen mob.
The chosen mob. Honestly, because no enemies to the J. There's something there. We can get something real good cooking there. I like that. Thank you.
I got a ton of kvetching. I got I got
you are the instructor. You are the instructor of kvetching. Lest you forget.
That's right. Well, how do you think I became a kvetching instructor? I studied under the best, mate. Right?
Just
Shapiro took me under his wing, under his little hat.
Just so you guys know, we both just showed up on stream and gave ourselves little titles. We did not discuss that beforehand. You might not believe us. I was talking to Fist earlier today. Like, that's like us both showing up with like the same outfit on. We go, oh, it was totally by accident. We both, I think it was the last stream, didn't say anything to each other. It just showed up with little monikers underneath. It was ordained. It really was.
Blue Lick for 5 Canadian loonies.
Hell yeah,
Nothing
mate.
says chosen by God like being the most unattractive on the planet. Impressive, really. Shall we hear from Ben Shapiro? I'm sure he's got some stuff to say.
I'm just gonna do a
I
quick
think that
listen to
Kevin
that.
really screwed things up last week when he decided to inject himself into this controversy with his vociferous defense that contained some rather charged language. I think he's doing the right thing by pointing out the obvious, which is that if somebody glosses Nazis on the air, that person probably should not be associated with a conservative think tank, and that everyone should have a duty to say that that is a bad thing to do. So I'm grateful to Kevin for doing that. I think it's a very good thing that he did that. The real issue here is I think that Tucker Carlson's morphing from, I would say, a very edgy right-wing political figure on Fox News, but certainly within the mainstream, into a conspiracist, a person who ideologically launders anti-Semitism, who ideologically launders all sorts of anti-Americanism on his show, and then airs it for the public to hear with interviews like the ones he did with Nick Fuentes, which was essentially a massage of Nick Fuentes. You know, I think that took a lot of people by surprise, probably including Kevin.
It's just the same thing over and over. Jongus Cock 69, your mom, again for $2. Kvetcha in Queef, Ben Shapiro. No, I think, honestly, the Kvetcha in Queef is Jonathan Greenblatt. Like they're just, this is one of the reasons why I'm playing this, because this is evidence of a coordinated campaign, right?
Look at Jonathan Greenblatt's fucking face in this fucking frame, dude. There's not a single frame where these people even seem human. He's so in his own fucking victimization right now. Look at him. He's a star.
They're not letting this go, right? And I'll tell you why.
He's masking.
Yeah. I got it coming up in a bit.
Nice.
Exactly what this is leading to.
Platforming thereof. Yeah, look, I'm glad you asked. It reminds us that neither side of the spectrum is intolerant from immune from anti-Semitism. Intolerance happens on both sides, and specifically here. Look, it's not just that the interview with Nick Fuentes that Tucker Carlson did was so repellent, although it was. Tucker Carlson has been laundering hate for years, specifically
all of a sudden.
Anti-Jewish bias.
Yeah, all of a sudden he's been laundering hate for you. Like they really
bias.
They really want to take out Tucker.
The more angry they are, the more non-direct they are with your offense.
Yeah.
That's the 1984 shit where the correct answer is I don't know what I did. I don't know.
Someone should screen cap that. He's like talking about the size of his like junk or something.
Oh my God. Perfect.
It's exactly 3 inches long.
You want your curls to be this long on the side of your head.
Oh, Arden, get on that, mate. Get on that.
Holocaust deniers, ugly anti-Zionists, and all kinds of people. That's the problem here. Now, I will tell you, I was pleased that Kevin Roberts called out Nick Fuentes' disgusting anti-Jewish hatred. But why would you run cover for Tucker Carlson? The Republican Party has got to figure this out. People like Ted Cruz, Dave McCormick, Lindsey Graham seem intent on doing so, and that's a good thing.
Naming their names.
I hope things work out the right way, just like on the far left. The anti-Zionism and the anti-Semitism of some fringe folks in the progressive side also need to be worked out.
I mean, I wouldn't
fucking
call
asshole
Tucker...
on January 7th fucking blamed it on white supremacy. Okay, motherfucker.
Yeah.
The amount of anti-white this fucking guy is done. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, well, they're shelving the anti-white shit for the moment because they know it plays really, really badly, right? But like, how, like, saying like Tucker Carlson is the fringe, like he's been part of the conservative movement, right? Like front and center for like 30 years at this point, right? All of a sudden he's on the because basically they decide the frame. Right? They decide whether you're in or out.
There's like 40 hip hop songs about Trump, or like 100 or whatever. And they're all positive. And then all of a sudden he's the bad guy.
Dongus Cock 69, your mom, for another $2. Thanks,
you,
mate. Lex Juthon.
Oh my God. He really is Lex Luthor. Oh my God, dude. It was right there the whole time.
Oh my God. Okay, wait. What else have we got? Okay, right now.
Not Professor Q. Sex Freakman for $2 says Professor J. Very nice. All
I mean, just okay. So Tucker is basically moisturized, flourishing, unbothered, in his lane. Megyn Kelly had like a bunch of people on to address this controversy, and Tucker was just like, "Yeah, you can all get fucked. I'm not changing." Based.
The main criticism, as I understand it, has been, well, yes, platforming. They say that. I don't accept platforming as a valid objection.
When is that a verb, by the way? You take a noun and you make it into a verb and nobody says anything? As a former editor, I say no.
Yeah.
What is it, Jerry Seinfeld?
Honestly, but as far as I know, Nick Fuentes hasn't eaten anyone. I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer ate people, and he was platformed by Diane Sawyer.
Dude, we have a sitting member of Congress. I spoke to the Speaker of the House about this today. We have a sitting member of Congress from Florida called Randy Fine, who was literally texted or put on Twitter, we should kill them all. Every single one.
This is rhetorically the perfect way to respond to this.
Yeah.
Name all of the objectively worst people, because, of course, with the right, it's always our words. Just to ignore your actions. So I don't think they could possibly play this any better than how they're playing it.
Yeah, I mean, and this, I think in the future, when sort of the history of all of this is written, they will point to the Gaza war, right, post October 7th, as the point where like just the whole thing fell apart. Okay, because you cannot simultaneously pretend to be the most moral people and deserve special treatment for
sure they can
events in the 1940s, and then basically turn around and like support ethnic cleansing. Okay, like you can do one or the other, right? If they were the most moral people, then they wouldn't be like cackling like, oh my God, like kill them all. And it's unsustainable. Like it just finally broke, because hypocrisy really turns people off.
Well, the way that they morph the hypocrisy is just change what the words mean. Is usually how they try and get around it.
Yeah.
Text a picture of literally a dead baby, and he laughs at it. And it's like, this guy's a lawmaker who's appropriating money to a military committing genocide, and that's cool? It's not cool.
No.
And let's just be honest. That is much worse than anything Nick Fuentes has said.
Very nice.
Period.
Very nice.
Yep.
So the main pushback has been when you had Jeffrey Dahmer or the Ku Klux Klan, or et cetera, these journalists went after them, like exposed the terrible things. And Nick Fuentes has said a long list of very vile things.
Big time, including attacking my dad, which was the most vile of all, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I personally have watched videos of him questioning the Holocaust, likening it to baking cookies in the oven. And there's no way you could have gotten to 6 million, seems to be his theory. He seems to think that we've way overstated the number of Jews killed in the Holocaust. He's ripped on poor...
They're on his side. You have no fucking reason to repeat that. You've no good reason to repeat how he thinks it's less, because like then people, it's irresponsible journalistically if you weren't on Nick Fuentes' side saying this, because then that just draws curiosity, right? You would talk about the other things, the more salacious things. Like when the Jays talk about him, it's way different than that. She's like, he descriptively, I wouldn't say he proved it, but now he shouldn't have said it. But he made a very good case that, it wasn't necessarily a certain number that we all know. Like, why are you saying that? Just go with the classics. Why are you drawing curiosity out?
Man, the internet has just been their doom. Like honestly, right? Like just like none of this was sustainable, right? Unless you could have total narrative control. And COVID just killed it, because everyone got so pissed off at what happened under COVID. It's been blown wide open. It's insane.
Their greatest weapon is their greatest weakness, because their hubris was thinking they could do the same thing even though we have the internet. You know that for a fact, right? They're like, they can't, with thousands of years, like it's the internet, whatever. That's nothing. Like but their hubris is what drives them forward. But also it's their greatest weakness, because they can't be humble, they can't adapt. It's just going to be the same strategy over and over again.
Ethan Birch for $2. My apologies, Tucker. I was unfamiliar with your game.
Yeah,
he is like, right, like, my God.
Usha Vance in the most offensive terms, which I mean, so what do you say to those people? Say, why didn't you raise any of that?
Do your own interview the way that you want to do it. You're not my editor. Buzz off. I mean, I don't know. You want to go yell at Nick Fuentes? I'll give you his cell. Call him and go sit and yell at him and feel virtuous or whatever. That's up to you. I got the same thing with Putin. Why aren't you yelling at him?
He's so good at being backhanded.
So I can show that I'm a good person? I care about what my wife thinks, my children think, and God thinks, and that's it. I don't need to prove that I'm a good person to you.
Hold on, pause it.
You may think I'm a terrible person.
Do you hear that?
Yeah, the applause. Yeah.
No, do you hear that like distantly in the background? Is that Mark Levin crying and screaming? I can hear it. Okay, I think that was just me as a connection error or something like that. I'm sorry.
It does sound a bit like him. Like, you know, I mean, is that are you like in like a kvetch resistant house or something like that, right? Yeah, I think he might be putting out like this sort of like deep kvetch waves that like travels through the earth, right? And you might be sort of like sitting on a sort of like kvetching coalescence node, right? So that, you know, it's coming up in your house, mate. You know, I mean, unless you got tunnels or something, you know.
I think I'm under some tectonic plates right now.
Bruh.
I'm just doing my thing, which is I want to understand what people think. And I'm committed to that. And if you don't like it, don't watch. That's my view. Yep. But that doesn't mean that I share the views. I'm not telling Nazi jokes, obviously, or Holocaust jokes. I mean, please.
Mate, I mean, that was a brilliant response from
it's
from
a masterclass. The combination of Nick Fuentes and Tucker Carlson separately is like attacking from above and below. It's incredible.
Yeah. And speaking of which, we have another clip from Nick that like summarizes this like really, really well. I love.
Fine, I'll watch more Nick Fuentes. Go ahead.
I love playing these clips like back to back because it's basically like the sort of national conversation. Well, it's not really the national conversation.
Fellas, can we get some numbers in chat for the media package that Fist put together tonight? Honestly, it's flowed so well. Honestly, let's get some numbers in chat for Homeboy. Putting together some absolute numbers, homie. We've had like 300 tonight.
Another 300.
Like 160. Yeah, we hit halfway for likes too. So it's just been a really good stream, and you put together an unbelievable media package. So hell yeah, dude.
Thanks very much, man. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Mate, I was putting in the work, man. I was just because this is just fascinating to me, right? Like this is in some ways like the most crucial sort of conversation that I've seen like the American political class have in like the past 20 years. It's just fascinating to see like how this is playing out, honestly. Wait, what's going on?
The level of dishonesty, the level of lies and dishonesty. And by the way, they're trying now to make me a scapegoat.
Yep.
Look at how all of them are treating me. All of them. They're making me out now to be the scapegoat so no one can ever criticize Israel. Too many people are criticizing Israel. So now that Tucker had me on the show, they're going to dredge up clips where I would say Hitler's cool. And everyone now is going to join in and be complicit in it and throw me on the pyre and crucify me.
Pause it
so
real quick.
I will die for people.
It's unbelievably important for him to say, I said Hitler was cool, and then not apologize and not address it. He's normalizing the language.
Yeah.
It really is like high level politics, what we're seeing, taking on a absolute fucking Goliath Leviathan. A Goliath.
Yeah. Well, he took that whole like don't apologize thing like really to heart, man. Like he's just like, no, I'm not apologizing, right? Like, you can suck it. And people, particularly young men, appreciate that, right? Like look at what young men have been through in like just in the past 10 years, right? Constantly like being like harpied by like women, you know, do you denounce this? Do you like defend this? Like no.
My heart really goes out to them because like we got to experience stuff when shit was still cool. So I really do feel bad for the young fellas out there, man.
Yeah.
It's a tough spot to be in, and I have a lot of sympathy for you and empathy.
Yeah.
The one that will criticize Israel, maybe literally, certainly figuratively at this point. And I'm telling you, I'm not going onto the pyre willingly. Fuck you. I'm not taking back anything that I said. I'm not going to stop focusing on Israel so Republicans can win elections. Fuck you. I'm not going to stop talking about the Jews. And by the way, when Tucker says this speech about collective guilt, I have no idea what he is talking about. I am a Christian. We are not talking about genociding anybody. We are not talking about collective guilt. We are possessed by the radical notion that the Jewish state of Israel has something to do with Jewishness. So you can save that speech about collective guilt. We've heard it 4 times now. We got that. Tucker said he told the #1 purveyor of anti-Semitism that anti-Semitism is wrong. Is that what you saw in that interview? Was that what you got from that? Why are we still using that word? What does that word even mean? Sorry, I'm possessed by the radical notion, you can call it identity politics, whatever you want, by the radical notion that the state of Israel cannot be divorced from Jewishness, from Jewish identity.
Perfect.
From the religious belief, which has defined their community for millennia, that they are the chosen people. They defend their disproportionate representation and power by saying they're smarter than us. Okay? They say, why are we disproportionately represented in every institution? We're smarter than you. We're better than you. Why is Israel so powerful in America? Because Jews that have never set foot in Israel, that aren't Israeli, but were born in America, make billions of dollars here. And because of their, not religious, but ethnic affiliation with Israel, give their military tens of millions of dollars and contribute hundreds of millions to our political campaigns on Israel's behalf. And because, for whatever reason, look, that's just the truth. Inconvenient. I know. Uncomfortable. Maybe not politically viable. Well, I'm not running for office. You see me running for office here? So I can tell the truth. And I don't know when I became part of the Republican team. Am I getting paid? I don't know when I was drafted and I'm supposed to be a team player and help Republicans win elections. Have you stopped chasing me out of CPAC for 2 seconds? Ooh. Now I'm expected to walk a very fine line so that Trump doesn't lose and Vance doesn't lose and he's the only one we got. People are saying, well, what do you want to happen? What do you think's going to happen? I'm here telling the truth. I want to tell the truth.
This is why they freaking hate Christians, man. Because Christians, no, I'm serious, right? Christians get like really fetishy about the truth, right? Because it's a big thing in Christianity. You're not supposed to
noticed
lie.
that. I've really noticed that because like even maybe like 10 years ago, I'm like, an atheist, whatnot. And I'm like, wow, I'm agreeing with like Christians a lot because they're being logical and they're actually talking about what's happening was very peculiar to me because I'm like, well, you can't prove that metaphysical God exists. So, obviously in my liberal atheist background, I'm like, oh, well, that must mean you're illogical. But I like Stephen Crowder. Stephen Crowder was huge for me. I just didn't know you could like believe in God and be like, God knows what my head was filled with about Christians, right? But I just didn't think anything about it. And I just started noticing all these Christians where I'm like, how am I agreeing with the people that are in pursuit of truth so much? I don't know. It was a, I think, yeah.
Well, that's kind of what Christ died for, basically, right? Like, he spoke the truth and they're like, we're going to kill you. And he's like, yeah, I don't care, right? Like, right? Like, I know you're going to do it. I'm not going to stop speaking the truth. That's a very, very powerful message, right? And a lot of Christians like resonate with that. And I think given the amount of like lies going around, it's important. Now, Vish Bura, if you're watching Vish, shout out. He was on Matt Gaetz's show talking about what this is all leading to. This is all leading to trying to get rid of Vance, right? Vance did not kiss the wall. Vance seems to be a proper Christian, right? Now, I'm not saying that, Vance, won't work with the Israelis, but Vance has said that he just views Israel as another ally, right? Like not our greatest ally, not the special ally. You know what I mean? And that's not good enough. Okay.
Really?
It is not. Trump is too feisty. Okay, right? Like they have to massage him. If you say the wrong thing to Trump, he might like go off. He's not as malleable as they would like. He's got too strong of a personality. Okay. So what they want is Ron DeSantis and Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio is already sort of at the heart of the security state. He's got like two very, very powerful security positions rolled into one. DeSantis, I mean, he'd be a lot easier to push around, right? Like you don't get the kind of like personal force of charisma from DeSantis that you do from Trump. And and Vish lays it out here like quite well.
Does it play out again in the Republican primary for president in 2020? Like this fight isn't over.
Oh,
for that?
no.
Okay.
No. This is definitely okay.
I get the same sense.
Oh, no.
But there'll be like a Nikki Haley, John Bolton, Liz Cheney foreign policy.
This is going to be a blistering question, right? Because there's going to be a full court press on everything that was said over the 12-day war is not just between Israel and Iran here. There's a couple of factions that went at it, and they both,
of which you were one.
Of course I was.
Yes.
And I'm proud to have stood where I stood. And everyone's gathering screenshots, making lists of each other, and who said what, because those things are going to be deployed in a primary. I don't know for who, I don't know for what, for which side, right? But this is something where it's going to be about who do we listen to. Oh, do you want that guy in power next to the guy who's running? This is what he said during the 12-day war, right? Everything in politics is a time bomb. It's not about what happens immediately. Sure, there's some effect there, but it's about how it comes back and haunts you over time. And so that is where this is all going to come rear its ugly head during the 28 primary.
We know Vice President Vance is a listener of the podcast. We appreciate him a great deal for that, and we think very highly of him. I actually think J.D. Vance comes out of the 12-day war even stronger.
Oh, but you know who's noticed that Vance tried to come out of the 12-day war stronger? Mark Levin.
Yes.
Mark Levin.
He took a shot, didn't he? Took a little shot.
When the story came out that Vance, had tried to convince Trump last second not to do it, Levin goes and points it out. Hey, Vance, what's up with this? Signal, not noise.
And what's the signal? The signal is the neocon side is going to try to paint Vance, as some opposite, figure within the Trump administration.
They will call him an anti-Semite.
No.
They are going to, do not. They will do it. They will do anything.
That is so far from the truth.
No, that's so far from the truth, right? But remember how the 12-day war played out, what criticisms were levied, what actions were taken, and what they were labeled, right? And so this turning a mountain out of a molehill, they're going to take that little thing where and what they're going to say is he leaked that. He leaked that to give himself cover for a time like this, to say, oh yeah, I was against the war the whole time, right? And so then they're going to be like, yeah, he did that because he still wants to keep the anti-Semite vote on his side, right? The woke right vote. I'm telling you, they're going to do it.
Yeah, look, Vish, I think is bang on the money.
Yeah.
Right? Like, yeah, he's an operator. He knows what's fucking happening. And I tagged him with this because literally like an hour after I saw this clip, what should come across my timeline but this, the new dream team.
Oh my
right?
God.
DeSantis Rubio 2028. Let's make Israel great again. If they can't get the Iran war off the ground while Trump's in office, right, they'll try again in 2028. And DeSantis, Rubio, they would support that. Now,
yeah,
I just want to.
they would support that, but I don't know if anybody would support them because where is the fucking charisma with both of these people combined? Holy fucking shit, dude. Good luck, fellas. Good luck.
Now, this is the point that I want to make, right? Remember how Lindsay and all the other kosher centrists, right? They're going around like squealing, basically like, oh my God, if we don't get rid of them, we're great. Like, we're not going to win elections. Dude, you're not going to win an election with freaking DeSantis and Rubio, right? But they don't care about that. They don't give a shit. If they have to burn down the entire Republican Party in order to get their freaking agenda through, they will happily do it, right? So, all these people like Lindsay, like moaning and kvetching about like Fuentes saying like, oh, they don't care if like, their position causes us to lose elections. Dude, the Jays don't care, right? They don't care. Okay. They don't like, they only have their one fixation, as far as I can tell, which is foreign policy and the Greater Israel Project. It's the only thing they care about. I have not seen any evidence to the contrary. If I do see evidence to the contrary, I'm happy to be corrected. But at the moment, the only thing I can see them focusing on is Greater Israel. And they just don't care about anything else. They don't give a fuck about America. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about me. Right. I mean, and, if it turns out you're an obstacle to their plans, then yes. But in wider terms, like, no, they don't give a shit.
What, you mean like the epitome of fucking politics?
Yeah, basically. Okay, we got a bit more. Do you mind going along with this? I mean, we can get to Kisin, but it's kind of like this is important stuff, right? Like this is what's actually going on.
Well, that's why I asked you, because you're in a different time zone now, so it's not like it's fucking 17 in the morning for you.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the crucial thing, right? This is what's like sparked all the stuff with like the Heritage Foundation, all this kind of other stuff. Okay. Some report came out basically saying that 30 to 40% of the young people that have been like taken into the Republican government are groypers. Now, this is like a 5-alarm fire. They cannot be having this, right? So that it'll trigger a purge. But the problem is all of the most capable, all of the most energetic people, this is who they're going to like target. So by doing this, by doing a purge, it's exactly like the woke left, right? They don't care how talented you are. They don't care. Like, it's all an ideology test. And by doing this, by forcing these people out, they will, in fact, doom the Republican Party, because it will become even more sclerotic, even more out of touch, less like able to interface with their voter base, because they've just been like, oh yeah, this highly energetic, highly motivated like voter base. No, we don't care about them. Right.
Yeah.
And the more they do this, the worse it's going to get for them, in my opinion.
Ross Doubthat at the New York Times published an editorial, an opinion piece, and he said, the battle to censor Nick Fuentes is over. He said, but the real next step in the fight is to fire anybody that likes his show working in conservative politics. This is advanced. This is the next stage. Congratulations, guys. We have penetrated the outer wall. The outer wall has crumbled. As the Atlantic said, the firewall has crumbled. We have broken through the gates. Groyper legionaries have stormed the first wall. And now the pro-Israel side, the conservatives, have retreated behind the next layer, behind the second wall in their concentric
He really is a mastermind.
in their tiered city. We did it. We won the argument. We beat censorship. We beat cancel culture. Our ideas are mainstream. We won the debate. We won the hearts and minds of millions of young men, and they're everywhere. 30 to 40% of the White House are groypers. Yeah. You lost.
10 years. 10 years in the making.
Shapiro, Mark Levin, you lost. You lost the conversation. We won. And now we're taking it to the next level. We graduated. Congratulations, everybody. We won. And we have now graduated to phase 2. Phase 1 I had to be the human battering ram and blow the door open with the flashbangs and everything. I had to entry so that everybody else can come in. I had to break the taboo. I had to break the cancel culture, the censorship. I had to break the spell that you could still be popular being called an anti-Semite, a bigot, a Nazi.
Holy shit. Getting up the game.
And I had to do what I had to do to achieve that. We had to make the arguments, persuade everybody. We did that. We accomplished that. Now what? I'll tell you now what. What happens next? Now that we're inside the building, now we got to lock this shit down.
This, right, this is...
That's hilarious. He's doing that to, like, instill fear, 100%.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is very, very scary, right? Like, this is like leftist entryism, but much, much faster, right? This is like the quick march through the institutions.
Yeah, has James ever been able to, like, implement their strategies against them? Or just sit there idly as it fucking happens every time?
I mean, but this is the thing, right? Like, Lindsay would basically say, like, oh my God, you can't, taking power, right, like, of an institution, that's woke, right? Like, it's just so retarded. The only people who should have power over the institutions are the people who I agree with. Do we want some, like, seething from Mark Levin? I know, I know you guys love to hear Mark Levin do some seething. Oh, look at that fat fuck. Look at that photo, man. It's like...
Look at the beak. It's the shape of what one would call a beak.
He reminds me of, oh my God, who's that fat bastard that got, like, fired from, like, CNN? He was, like, also baldy. Oh, I can see his face, but I can't remember who it...
Arden Party just said, more Levin, I need to smoke. I actually feel that in my bones.
Netanyahu the problem, the IDF the problem. They're fighting their own damn war, trying to survive. And we have our own war. It's not a shooting war. It's even more complicated. It's more daunting. The kooks on the left and the right, they're stealing our culture.
Stealing our culture?
This little bastard Fuentes, he likes to say, well, I'm going to deport Levin. Try it, you little punk. Try
hatred.
It. Try it, tough guy.
Actual hatred.
You and me, one-on-one. Why don't you try deporting me?
Oh, my fucking God.
Got that fat slob Bannon going on with his next cause. He's going to denaturalize Mondami. No, he's not. He's a pathological liar.
Fight him in the
He's stolen
ring.
enough money from you and has deceived enough of you. You should blow him off. Then there's Carlson, making tens of millions of dollars in bed with the wrong people.
Hatred.
Pretending that he's America first.
Brian Stelter. That's who I was trying to think of. He looks like the mooish Brian Stelter. Oh my God. And so we have this excellent one from Sniper Anon.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for making this, Sniper Anon. We appreciate you. This is freaking great.
See this? You see what's happening out there? One little ant, one, gets it in his head to stand up to us, and you know what happens? They all might stand up. Yeah, that's right, all of them. And if they do, there goes the whole operation, kaput. No more easy pickings for us. So we squash that thought now. We remind them who's in. See this?
Okay, so right, let's move on to Kisin, shall we? For like the last 20 minutes. I got a couple of other clips. I mean, wait, I want to play this one because this is
hey,
this is
you
really,
gave
really
us
good.
a lot. We can start to wind it down. It's not a problem.
Okay, so look, this is a really good clip because I think Nick is absolutely right. Whites have been undergoing their own Holocaust, right? This is not the time to keep referencing World War II. Very, very serious and bad stuff is happening to white countries all over the world. You know, the UK, Australia, Canada, America. You can't just
you're a refugee right now.
Yeah, literally, right? So I feel this in my bones, mate.
And that's why you're losing them. That's why I'm winning. Because I'm not setting plays. I'm not living on my knees to fight another day. I'm fighting. I'm speaking up. Whatever the consequences are, somebody has to. Somebody needs to tell Mark Levin he can take his fat ass and go to Israel. Somebody needs to.
Did we?
Yeah. Chat?
Okay.
I'm almost positive we did.
Okay, right. Sorry about that. I've got a
No
lot of
problem.
windows open.
Yeah, you always do.
Can I just shout out someone in the chat?
Absolutely.
Levin, are you okay? Levin, are you okay? Are you okay, Levin? You've been hit by.
Wow.
You've been struck by a
The
smooth
moo.
orator.
No. Oh my God. The moo criminal.
Moo criminal.
It was right there.
I think a smooth orator is like better. Okay, right.
So that
Finally,
what you just watched was a pithy, pathetic. Let me tap into my inner Levin. Squirrely, demonic, pipsqueak of I don't even want to call him a man. I'm gonna call him a little boy. Nick Fuentes. I want you in the ring. Like, how do I not sound like a fucking wrestler or a fucking like I'm hyping a match at a certain point? So you guys can go with Nick Fuentes, all right? Absolute loser, totally not a Chad. Or you can go with, a guy that's been around a little bit longer, looks like a fucking burnt balding shrew. A guy you really want to go with. The real voice of the youth. The guy that's really going to lead you into the future. I'm talking about Konstantin Kisin, okay? He's going to tell you what is happening on the right and why, okay? And I know you want to know. Whatever fucking Fist said, he's not educated. He hasn't looked this shit up, okay? Konstantin reads it from a script, and he writes like an article like a month or something. I don't know what the fuck funding he's getting. Never mind. I have to know what fucking funding he's getting because none of these people are paid money from any actual capitalism. It's all from the top down. So let's hear his persuasive speech.
Yeah, right.
I love doing this to you. I love doing this to you.
Right, so yeah, we're gonna end on some pain, I guess. Enjoy, bros.
I remember reading a theory of history a long time ago, which gave a persuasive explanation for why human society seemed to repeat the same mistakes over and over. Every generation, it said, only really learns what to do, how to think, and which pitfalls to avoid from the two preceding generations with which it has direct contact. We don't learn lessons from history. We learn them from our parents and grandparents. For proof of this, if you're a man my age, you're likely to know a fair bit about World War II and almost nothing about World War I. No one watching this who is not explicitly a history nerd will know much more than the meaningless basics about the Napoleonic Wars. In other words, if history repeats itself, or at least rhymes, it is because we are repeating the mistakes of our great-grandparents, i.e. people who lived 80 to 90 years ago and could not personally warn us.
Yep. So that is 1 minute out of 9 minutes. And that's the ground he's covered so far. Fist, what have you learned so far from what he said? That we have grandparents and that they have
and that he seems to be unaware of how the education system works.
We don't learn history from school. We learn it from our parents. No.
Yeah. That's right. You sort of absorb it through osmosis. Right? You don't, go to classes on
That's minute 1 out of 9, and that is already how much I love wasting your time. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I love wasting your time so much. It is. I'm smiling. I can't show my face because I'm just smiling my ass off, thinking of how much this fucking is so annoying to you. I don't know why it's so annoying.
You're just wasting my compute, don't you?
Right. After
it's like you go to Chat GPT and just constantly entering questions for the most improbable ice creams, just to burn up.
After this hour and a half of carefully curated, linear, one leading right into another, impassioned speeches, unbelievable political breakdowns of what's going on, I'm like, yeah, but just see what Konstantin Kisin said.
You notice, by the way, that Francis has gone. Right,
he's not with us. He's not with us anymore.
I hope he's okay, man. When I met them, right, many years ago, Francis was really nice. Konstantin was a total prick, but Francis was a nice
pricks
dude.
get shit done. Pricks get shit done.
Yep.
As the saying goes, those who do not know history are doomed to repeat it.
Oh,
and those
really?
who do know history are doomed to watch others repeat it. This is why I think many
they
people
know
cannot
everything.
see what is happening on the right, following the split which began with the invasion of Ukraine and was wedged open by the Israel-Hamas war. The reason for this video is, of course, the unfolding events of the last few days here in the US, where I'm on a month-long recording trip. The story began when Tucker Carlson hosted Nick Fuentes on his show. Fuentes is a streamer on Rumble, where he expresses his admiration for Hitler, who he says is very cool. He asks his followers to join in chants like, "I will kill and rape for Nicholas J. Fuentes," and gives his latest takes on Jewish power in America, mixing all of this in with comments like "around blacks never relax." When Tucker,
Where's the lie though, right? Like, where's the lie?
This is Trump 2016, where the media is trying to tear him down, and they're just cutting fucking highlight reels, dude. It's fucking, there's nothing they can do. It's the only trick they know, and it's not working.
I mean, I wonder why Konstantin isn't in London, right? Like, there's so much to see. There's so much to do, right? There's so much diversity.
A month long, yeah, dude. He's taking a month off.
Everybody who can is like fleeing London, by the way, right? Like, just right. It's just really bad, and there is no prospect that it's going to get like better until like, I mean, the next election's in 2029.
Election? No. It's going to be
right?
something
Like,
way more
exactly.
horrific than an election. Yeah,
exactly.
Invited Fuentes on for a softball interview, many on the American right, who've been privately shocked by the recent direction some in their movement have taken, began to openly murmur about whether a dangerous line had been crossed. In response, Kevin Roberts, CEO of the Heritage Foundation, whom we interviewed for Trigonometry on our last visit here, released a video in which he robustly defended Carlson against a venomous coalition which was engaging in, quote, cancellation. He pledged eternal friendship to the former Fox News anchor, while also stating that he did not agree with Fuentes' views. This attempt to pacify both sides only stirred matters further. The following day, Roberts expressed disgust at Fuentes' rhetoric and insisted that the answer was not to cancel, but to engage. The problem for Roberts is that this attempt to sit on two stools cannot work. This became exceedingly clear in his interview with Dana Loesch, throughout which Roberts
they
repeated—
love doing this, and James Lindsay loves doing it too, with their stupid little fucking metaphors, sitting on two stools.
Yeah.
They love a turn of phrase, and they think it's so fucking clever. It really is the sign of a fucking elite midwit.
Yeah.
insisted that the answer to bad ideas is to engage them, while simultaneously saying that he would never host Fuentes at Heritage or on his podcast. This is an obvious contradiction that even a slick political operator like Roberts cannot resolve. It's not his fault that the generational factional conflict within the right is coming to a head. You cannot simultaneously appease people who believe in a fixed set of ideas and people who believe that the only ideas worth having are cynicism and revenge. The BoomerCon establishment does not understand that Fuentes is not the problem. He is a symptom. And the reason they don't understand that is that they don't understand young men who make up the overwhelming majority of his audience.
And are you planning on admitting any of those young men into the political system? No, you're not. You're going to do everything in your power to make sure that these self-same young men lack any kind of representation, any kind of a voice. You're going to continue to cow them. You're going to put them through struggle sessions, right? Speech codes, all of this crap. I mean, how's that working out for you so far? Right?
Great strategy. Also, who is this video for?
Oh, I increasingly get the opinion that this is just the elite talking to themselves, right? Like they are pretending that they're having a conversation with the wider audience, but really it's just the elite talking to themselves.
Look at the look at his face. The way he says it, it's like he's writing a fucking paper the night before. You know what I'm saying? There's no passion in it. It's just to be complicit.
This is very bad shit in the YouTube era. Okay.
Yeah.
None of this is spontaneous. This is completely scripted. He's doing the 2 camera angles thing, which is retarded, right? Like if you compare what he's doing, if you compare what he's doing to what Artie and I are literally doing at this moment, right? We're making it up off the top of our heads. It's all improv. We're just taking it as it comes. That is the essence of YouTube. Right, the immediacy, the roughness around the edges, the mistakes, right? What Artie and I are really thinking, because quite frankly, no one can keep up an act for a 3-hour live stream. It's just impossible, right? These are my raw thoughts.
Honestly, what a motivation for doing this is so I wanted to make long form content, but I used to listen to podcasts, and when I it made me feel like I was hanging out. Do you know what I'm saying? You're hearing 2 people having a conversation, and it gives you the hanging out vibe. And that's why you have it on in the background. You just feel like you're hanging out for a few hours. I really wanted to bring that from like the podcasting world to the because the live streams leave something to be desired. I'm learning as I look at live streams and as I do more and more research. Apparently we do a lot of work for this. I don't feel like it's work because it's fun to do, but apparently we do a lot of prep that people don't do, which I'm learning.
Yeah, well, when you lower the barrier of entry to basically zero, you just get like a lot of crap, right? Like same thing like when I used to be a DJ and they like basically made it so that anyone could be a DJ, and you just got tons of people who
have to have a video of you being a DJ, surely somewhere.
Me, I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe.
You do. Yeah, you
somewhere.
do.
Shit,
Yeah.
I don't know. Moloch for 50 Swedish krona. Thank you very much, Moloch. I wonder what that is in real money.
It's you can go by the color.
By the color? Oh yeah, right. Okay. Yeah. Wait, really? What does the color mean?
Well, like a certain. The more red it gets, the more it is. I think. Or something like that.
I was not
so
aware.
like,
I thought it just assigned colors at random.
No.
I don't really like the US. I'm half Spanish and half Swedish. I've heard of my great-great-grandfather was in a war against the US.
What the fuck are we supposed to do with that information? I'm sorry, dude. Sorry about that. I really don't like your country.
Jacob Cantrell for $2.
Oh,
yeah, I hang out with Artie and Fist every Friday. Yes, you do. Yes,
Fuck yeah,
you do.
dude.
And I appreciate you, Jacob. Right? Like, and you hang out in the Fellagram as well. It's awesome.
It's the vibe. It's you want to emit the vibe, Because
big time.
We both know what it's like to not be able to talk about this, right? And it's really shitty. It's really annoying. It's really difficult.
Big time for $5.
Thank you, mate.
The Baltic Exchange had to be turned to dust in '92 by the IRA for England to work with Ireland. What will it take this time for England, mate? I've got no idea. I think it's just screwed, dude. Like,
well,
I can't.
Hold on. What if they start importing a different demographic? Okay, let's say I'm not gonna say Middle Eastern because that's kind of imprudent and improper. Let's say what is it, South Asian? What if they import some South Asian fellows and they start violating the youth, okay? The female youth, because they're infidels, because they're white specifically. And what if it was done over the course of decades, okay? To the point where there's documentaries and footage of a mother of her own child saying that, oh, well, she's going to be too old for them anyway. I mean, surely at that point, they would have some sort of response, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm sure that'd do it, bro. Right? Like, fucking hell, man. It's so grim.
It's fucking
insane.
Like,
I can't believe shit got so grim. I've got to give up doing the news, right? Like, it's so bad for mental health, right? Like,
it is demand of you. It is the market. Be a capitalist. The market.
Aramaic Discourse for $5. A look into Kisin's father. Some interesting stuff happened to him. Yes, he was a Russian oligarch.
Ooh.
Moloch for another 20 Swedish krona.
Thank you, mate.
Well, the US took the Philippines from Spain. Oh, I see. Okay, right. I was not aware of that. Right.
My bad, bro. Yeah, go on.
Back to Konstantin Kisin. By the way, I just want to play this. Right?
Yeah.
If only we had, like, regarding sort of like the World War II thing and listening to your elders and all that kind of other stuff.
Sure.
If only we had someone like who was there, who we could ask this question to. Oh, wait, what's this clip that I just happened to have like loaded up? This is a guy, he's like 100 years old, talking about World War II. He was literally there, right? Like, shouldn't we be listening to this guy, right? He was literally there. Shouldn't we be listening to our elders? I wonder what he's got to say, bros.
What does Remembrance Sunday mean for you? What is your message?
My message is, I can see in my mind's eye
this makes me furious.
And rows of white stones of all the hundreds of my friends and everybody else that gave their lives for what? The country of today. No, I'm sorry. The sacrifice wasn't worth the result that it is now.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
What do you mean by that, though? At this point?
What do you mean by that, though? Like, you don't know. You absolute
this is to humiliate him. I have a very high threshold. Very few things actually get me like genuinely, where I have to like second guess what I'm gonna say, like angry, like
Says the brown guy. And what do you mean by that? Right? Like everything's awesome.
But like the guy, but he's such a nice guy and he wants what's good for, but he's like 100 and he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna say it, and he's like fucking mustering,
And
you know,
you know, like what they wanted to like hear was like, oh, I think of the great sacrifice that we made to beat the Germans, and like, you know, and he's just like, nah, fuck this, right? And right, like props to this guy. What are they gonna do? What, they're gonna cancel him at 100, like 100 years
no,
old?
they're
He's
just gonna treat him like a baby, and she's gonna go,
Yeah.
oh well, I care, and that, oh, I'm getting mad.
Look at Grandpa, like regretting the state of the country. Aw, fuck me.
What we fought for, and what we fought for was our freedom. We find that even now, it's darn sight worse than what it was when I fought for it.
Oh, Alec, I'm sorry you feel like that, because I want you to know that all the generations that have come since, including me and my children, are so grateful for your bravery and all that for service personnel. And it's our job now, isn't it, to make it the country that you've...
God!
Guiding how he feels, putting your hand on his shoulder. Oh my God, you're the body language. Oh my God, it's...
Fuck.
We were supposed to
So
wind
fucking
down, and you're getting me
disrespectful.
wound up.
Oh my God, this is so fucking disrespectful. Dude, just, oh, mate. Fuck, man. This is making me really angry.
You absolutely fought for. And we will do. We want to...
I'm so wonderful to know there are people like you that can spread the word around.
She touched
We
him.
will do.
And the shoulder.
Generation.
And I guarantee that everybody watching at home will be wanting you to send sots of love. We've got another little bit special thing for you, Alec. We've got the D-Day darlings here. Come on over, guys. You've got a little special present for him.
Ooh,
come and give it if you
CD.
can, to thank you for all your many great years of service and others like you.
This is our album,
This
Alec,
is
and I know you love a lot of the songs
pathetic.
on there. And this is the least we can do.
He forgot about it.
Small thing.
Oh,
but,
never mind.
You know, we love you so much, Alec.
And it's all signed for you there as
These
well.
young ladies are like my own daughters.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Redirect.
The horror.
Quick redirect right there.
The horror. Oh my fucking God. Oh, dude.
We can just wind it
It's
down
like
here.
it's like looking into the face of Cthulhu. Right? Like just holy shit, man. That is the darkest fucking thing.
Right, dude. That was legitimately dark, where he goes into it and then she just wakes him out of it. You know? It was kind of 1984ish, where it's like a memory wipe again. Like, no. Go back into the nice memories. You're in the scary memories right now. Go back into the nice memories.
Oh, dude. Mate,
Go ahead.
Okay, I gotta finish on some Fuentes.
Oh fuck yeah, I forgot this. Awesome.
To just to wipe away
that fucking sucked. That was rough, dude. I watched it a little bit earlier, but like after like watching everything and thinking about it, just to see that at the end was fucking rough, dude.
We'll send you back to the nursing home now. You know,
right?
Shaniqua can like steal your stuff and like beat you at night. You know, like get looked after by a nurse who doesn't speak your language. Oh, just fucking
top to bottom.
Oh,
we need multi-generational. That's why we need multi-generational households. Okay, we gotta bring them back.
Yep. So thanks for that, Konstantin Kisin. We will listen to our elders. And like maybe they have another message other than like, oh, we don't need to make that mistake again. Yeah, perhaps that mistake was World War II. Just saying, right? Oh, I'm not allowed to say that. I'm not allowed to say that. World War II was like the greatest thing ever, don't you know, right? Like, fuck me. Oh, right. Sorry, dude, that's freaking hardcore to watch. Right. We gotta finish on a bit of Fuentes, like just as a palate cleanser, bros.
We have to keep the frame. America first, Israel first. Are you loyal to America? Are you not? Do we have sovereignty? Do we not? And by the way, we can end this at any time when the Israel lobby is ready to acquiesce. when the pro-Israel side is ready to acquiesce to America first, when they are ready to wave the white flag and surrender, it can all be over. For Jack Posobiec and Matt Walsh and all these other guys that just desperately want the infighting to end, I'll be the first one to say, we will accept your surrender at any time.
Fuck.
You want to get together and unite and fight the left? You want Nick Fuentes to stop fighting the Republicans? You can wave the white flag at any time and surrender to America First forces. And then we will embrace you, we will bring you in, and we'll be your strongest allies. But it's not going to happen until we put America first. We could do it the easy way, we could do it the hard way. So, where's your money? Where are you going to place your bets? On Ross Douthat at the New York Times? National Task Force for Fighting Anti-Semitism? Mark Levin and Ben Shapiro? Lomez and Chris Rufo's new show on The Blaze? Who the fuck is watching that, by the way? I know how we're going to fight Nick Fuentes. You like Nick Fuentes and the Groypers? You're going to love this. It's Jonathan Kieperman, a Jew academic, and Chris Rufo, who's married to an illegal immigrant from Asia. And they're going to talk about why the left sucks. From the studio that brought you the Groypers, from the guys that brought you white-ass niggas going hard as fuck, here's another Jewish academic who's 50 years old telling you it's about the left.
I'm not sad anymore. Now I'm happy again.
That? How dare you? Do you think that's going to compete with me? Coming to the Blaze. Coming to the Blaze. Fuck you. Lomez, Passage Press. The guy sucks. 3 feet tall and the guy sucks. And Chris Rufo's even worse. Eat shit. Place your bets. Who do you think is going to own 2028? Rufo and Lomez, Yoram Hazony and Mark Levin and Ben Shapiro, or the white-ass niggas going hard as fuck? Who's going to win? Who does the future belong to? Nick Fuentes and Dan B and Myron and Zerka? Yay? Tucker Carlson, hello, welcome to the club. The whole crew, all the niggas rolling 6 million deeper is going to be the de-radicalization agents.
I need you to
it's
stop
going to be
playing
Curtis
this because
Yarvin.
he's end bombing right now.
Or
And
is it
we
going to
can
be
get away
Curtis
with a
Yarvin
couple.
in his cool leather jacket? Curtis Yarvin in his leather jacket.
Look at that face. Look at how much fun he's having. Look at how much fun he's having.
Oh my god. Oh yeah,
Dude,
I
look at the spirit.
didn't realize the N bombs. Yeah, right.
No,
right.
it's fine. I can get away with you.
We got some final super chats though. 2 loonies from Art and Party. This old man was just as right as fucking Patton. Yeah, agreed. Who else we got? Wait, hang on. I'm losing my place in the Moloch for another 20 Swedish kronas. Thank you, mate. Franco is the only dictator that survived in Spain.
Oh
yeah.
wow. All right.
Wait, hang on. We got any more? I'm
No, I think that's
losing
it.
my place in the
You're
chat.
good.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Now, as good of a time that we just
No, wait. No, sorry. We've got €5 from Sex Freakman. Things are so bad for these guys that Kisin sounds like he's applying for a job as one of the Indians you talk to when you use ChatGPT.
Holy shit, that's what I'm saying, dude. There was nothing behind what he was saying. There was nothing behind his eyes. There's nothing behind his voice. That is actually a great description. I like that one a lot.
Okay, so
Anyway.
we're gonna wind it down, bros.
So, as good as a time that we just had with Nick Fuentes, okay, I am gonna have to make a video, okay, where he is not controlled opposition. However, he is operating as controlled opposition. Because unfortunately, he did go after Eric Arval, the Return to the Land.
Yeah.
The first stream that we did, okay. Now, as much of a civic nationalist as I am, I do advocate for pro-white causes and whatnot. Because it's my liberal fairness principle, okay, where they should be able to advocate for themselves just like anybody else should be able to.
Yep.
And they're not able to, and they're actually by definition marginalized. So I do take issue with Nick Fuentes getting into a scuffle with someone who's actually putting in the work to fulfill a white destiny.
Yeah,
You know.
Yeah, I'll be watching that. I saw that sort of peripherally
Yeah.
out of the corner of my eye, but I was too busy focusing on
God,
the
fuck you.
Tucker
We
Carlson.
saw what you were fucking focused on, okay?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Thanks so much for coming, everyone. Let's just say thank you to all the super chatters
Yes,
before we
sir.
go. Right. Molokai, Ardent Party, Sex Freakman, Aramaic Discourse, Jacob Cantrell, Big Time, Ethan Birch, Dongus Cock 69, Your Mum, Blue Lick, Stumbling, Double Mumble, Deadpool Kid, Kenny Powers, Slosher, Big Chris, who else we got? Cornfed Cody, Dilly Bod, mate, he gave some mighty super chats.
Over here.
Doom Tacomb, Name the Dynamic, TK, The Agile Walrus, Darth Amalgamation, Soul on the Lich, Theodicy Ninja, Caesar the Grape, Chris His King.
Why?
Who else we got? The other Paul. Creamer Slinger. Man, Creamer Slinger dropped a hundo. I can't fucking believe that. Thank you so much, Creamer. I really appreciate that, mate. Groiper Chad. King Solo Wings. And that's it, God. Thank you so much for coming. Oh, and of course, Waffle, who like dropped the membership. He was dropping hard R's everywhere, mate. Right, like a total. total
that's
Chad,
how you.
mate.
That's how you drop hard R's in the chat. That's
right.
fucking sick, dude. I didn't even think of that. Wow, I love it.
Thanks so much for coming, everyone. And I guess we'll see you. Well, actually, I'm traveling on Tuesday, so I'm not going to be able to do Tuesday. But we'll be back. You can't stop us, bros. You can't stop us. Thank you very much, guys.
I love you, fellas. I got the best fellas. Crazy things on the horizon. You give us an unbelievable amount of motivation to keep having fun. And in these trying times, it's not always easy to have fun, is it, Mr. Fist? But thank you very much.
But we do our best, mate. We do our best.
For the fellas.
For the fellas.
The fellas.
Yeah.
All right, have a good
For
one.
the hard R fellas.
Holy fucking